Alright, well, life was fun while it lasted, but tonight we're here to die. How's one doing? That's a strong start, but we are here for Dread mode in Metroid Dread, otherwise known as Where's the Gravestone mode. We're gonna be dying a lot, probably. So,
as a friend once said, it's a good day to die, my friends.
It basically is. So, if you haven't heard of Dread mode before, it was an update to the difficulty modes in Metroid Dread that came out last year, and it's essentially one-hit KO mode. So any little thing of damage that hits you instantly die. Doesn't matter how much energy you have. So by far, it's the hard mode of the game now. Hard mode is easy mode by comparison. So this is gonna be an interesting run through, to say the least. I don't know how many times we'll die. The game will keep track, but so will I. So we'll find out.
I will say though that I know you went out your way to do a death counter, but I'll tell you one thing: when you beat the game, they'll give you one.
There is one now. Like I've seen footage of someone playing through the entirety of Dread mode because I wanted to see how bad was it for myself, as bad as you think. But they did update it when Dread mode came out for like a more detailed result screen when you beat it. It's now not just saying, here's how fast you beat game. It gives you like a whole stat list, which includes how many times you died and how long you really have played. Like, not just like the in-game time they have, which doesn't really count cutscenes. Or no, it does count cutscenes, which is why it was kind of seen as a bad timer.
Yeah.
So, in order for me to even do this was something I wanted to do for a while, but I had to play this game again via hard mode, because to unlock Dread mode, you need to beat hard mode. In some ways, it was good training, because I haven't played this game since October, and I played through all this last week to prepare myself. I'm going to use this said file just to make things easier.
Before you delete it, don't delete it. Don't delete it. Did you get it? Did you get all the extras?
Oh, yeah, the extra thing, yeah. I mean, that doesn't matter. When I do new game, I'm not deleting the file. I'm just starting a new game from the file. But I have all the extra stuff in the gallery. And plus, the save is copied.
Are you winning some? I know. Are you
not
winning
yet,
some?
son.
Okay. But, I will say something that, was not everything kills you in this game. Environmental damage still just does environmental damage. It doesn't kill you outright.
From what I also seen as well, certain boss fights have damage that counts more like environmental damage, so that won't also insta-kill you, but mileage may vary on that one. So we'll see how this will go. Energy takes us off some purpose, not much, but at least for early game they might for lava areas. Once you get gravity, it does not matter.
Heat damage, poison damage. Actually, I think poison damage still kills you instantly, but heat damage and freezing damage definitely do not kill you instantly.
Yeah.
Because I made the joke on Twitter, or I said, "What's the point of energy tanks on this mode when everything kills you in one hit?" And I slowly learned the realization of why.
Yeah, it's like you still want them as some kind of a precautionary thing, just because of environmental stuff. But again, like once you get gravity, it doesn't matter anymore. At that point, you are immune to those kind of hazards that would do chip damage normally now.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen any of this game or played before, basically this is Metroid 5. Takes place right after the events of Fusion. So we're recapping stuff to begin with. Which I learned recently, apparently, the version of Fusion we got over here was definitely more of a loose interpretation of the plot, because the Rogue Galactic Federation thing, that was just ad-libbed, so to say. That was not part of the original Japanese script. That was something only we got in, the West. So that's not really canon. That's why when I first played this, I'm like, wait, we're still buddy-buddy with Galactic? Why? They betrayed us last time. Well, they actually really didn't.
It was just a rogue-like section of the Federation.
Yeah, which that's why none of this mattered.
That was doing all the Fusion.
Hey, Kira, how you doing? Yep, this is Samus Must Die mode.
Samus Must. Forget Dante Must Die mode. The Dante Must Die mode is a cakewalk compared to this mode.
Yeah. Although I will say, if I was able to do this same thing with Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze a few years back, when I did a 100% run of that, I think I can do this, because it's very similar. That was a one-hit KO where if I died anywhere in any stage, I was sent back to the beginning, including bosses. So I know bosses will be the same issue here. That's the part where we'll struggle. Enemies, hit or miss, we'll find out, but the bosses may take a while.
But, I mean, if I can beat this mode, I'm sure you can definitely beat this mode.
Yeah, you did play all this mode when it came out and beat it.
Yeah. I did, and it was painful, and I hated every second of it.
Yeah, that's about right. That's about right for a mode like this.
I will suggest, are you going, I guess the question for chat is, are you doing some sequence breaks in this playthrough?
I guess it'll, like, depend. I do want to at least go get grapple early so we can get morph balls before Kraid. Because, one, Easter egg in the fight, and then two, it would make the fight easier if we struggle normally. Because I can do the quick kill. As long as that works.
Can I give you some sequence break suggestions? And, I mean, it's not a
space jump
big
before I fight a very specific boss. Because I didn't do that in hard mode, and God help me. I didn't even have double jump. I'll point it out when we get there.
Not only that, but right at the beginning of the game, you can get Phantom Cloak early.
Yeah, there's a skip you can do for that, but oh man, I tried that precise shot. That's hard. That is real hard.
I mean,
I can get the E.M.M.I skip shot, but not the other one.
Pseudo wave. You can't do the other one. I managed to do the other one. You have to slide off that ledge and jump towards the thing, and then you have to hold while holding the R button, kind of like do your shot like in the wall.
Yeah, you're trying to get it in like an upright angle so it goes through the wall into like the little, I don't know what the things are called, like the tumors on the wall, basically.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you're trying to do. We do casual route or secret dev route with sequence breaks. That's one way to also put it too. I feel in a lot of ways I want to fight all the bosses in this, so even if we do a sequence break to skip stuff, we would probably still go back to certain areas if we skip a boss. Because I know there are certain bosses, depending on what you do, you can just flat out ignore. So I'm going to try my best to still at least attempt every boss because I want to fight them all. Which would also help because not too long after Dread Mode came out, there was another update that introduced Boss Mode. Guess what's in Boss Mode? Dread Mode Boss Rush. So even when we beat the main adventure, it's not done. So it'll be good practice by the time we get to the Boss Rush. Have you done that at least, Matt? I'll take the silence as, oh god, there was a Dread Mode and Boss Rush. To be fair, I didn't know that at first, too. So, while this is still going on, I will also preference that, I don't know if I can actually, you know, I'll just hold them up. I do have access to all of the amiibos here for Metroid, specifically the ones that came out for this game, because this is how you get an extra E-Tank and missile pack, but I'm not going to be using these for a while for that reason. If ever, maybe. I don't know how I'm handling this yet. I really don't when it comes to getting items. Because if I feel like I can get items, I'm going to try. But certain ones won't matter. Like, E-Tanks won't matter after a certain point because of the hazard situation. Missiles will be a must. Certain figures, like, say, this one, Standard Samus, useless for this mode because it will just give me back an E-Tank's worth of energy. Unless I take that damage from an environmental hazard, then what's the point? I'm going to die in one hit anyways. So certain ones may not really be used, but I have them just in case. And I'm going to try my best not to really use them for a while. Kind of a cop-out in some situations. Like right now, I can get myself a free tank and 10 missiles in the very beginning, but I'm going to avoid it for a while. I gotta bother with you guys, just gonna immediately take you out. Alright, so far so good. We didn't die yet. Alright, first save. Okay, progress. Now it's like any single enemy in the game is like final boss territory is scary. Because everything can kill you.
Uploading data.
What I've seen in this mode, one of the worst things is just a random enemy that can pop out of a wall in a morph ball section, or just like a random bullet off screen you don't see coming. Stuff like that is what really has been getting a lot of players.
I've run a full analysis, but I cannot account for why you lost consciousness. My readings indicate dramatic physical changes in you. Whatever caused these changes seems to have stripped you of most abilities. You might call it physical amnesia.
That's how they explain you lose your powers this time. You just forget them, essentially.
That brings me to
Just because of a trauma. At least it's better than some other games. Metroid Prime.
Log. It appears to have been a Chozo. The attacker's identity is not yet clear. I have determined that you are somewhere within the depths of ZDR. Your top priority should be to return to your ship on the surface. This situation is precarious. Trust your instincts as you navigate upward. This planet appears to consist of multiple areas. Shuttles, elevators, and other modes of transport connect them. Keep an eye out for ways to reach the surface. The ship's location is marked on your global map. Check it for yourself. You may encounter pockets of low temperature. Your Metroid DNA renders you vulnerable to such environments. Spending time in cold areas will be harmful to you.
Now, it's funny they warn you about the cold area thing here, but you really don't run into many cold areas in this game. Give like 2 times you do that. And by the time you get the second one, you're getting gravity, so doesn't matter as much. Although, at least we won't die instantly when we go cold.
Underground interference is preventing radio transmissions. Check in with me at any network stations you find.
So I'm going to try to save as often as I can, because this game has a checkpoint system, but also sometimes a checkpoint is just your save. So we want to have a save. So that counter is going to be a blessing and a curse at the same time. It's going to really depend. It's going to depend on a lot of different factors here. So we already have a choice here. You can sequence break technically by just shooting this thing through the wall, and you skip the first E.M.M.I, but there's really not much of a reason for me to do that. It just saves like, I think maybe 2 minutes or something like that. And I miss out on a missile pack, so I'm just gonna go through this section. Doesn't really matter. I want a lot of missiles for this, because it's gonna help on combat. And really, let's be honest, E.M.M.Is did not change at all when it came to Dread mode, because they were one-hit KOs anyways. If you didn't get the counter timing right, which is next to impossible, they still kill you instantly. So this kind of section is going to be the same. Excuse me. Okay, that didn't work out. I forgot, because I haven't done this like since the beginning of the game's life. Every time I play now, I just skip this fight. I forgot you're forced to counter it. So now we get the arm cannon upgrade, which I really wish this was kind of like a permanent upgrade at some point, just to kind of jump ahead and spoil things. The Omega cannon, it's only used in E.M.M.I sections to kill E.M.M.Is. And I kind of do wish there was like a point where you can just get this thing and have it. It's kind of like Hyper Beam pretty much in Metroid games, where it just kind of shows up. And once you use it, then that's it. You don't use it again. It's the situational power of the game.
Hey, I'm back. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I didn't
How
realize
many
stepped away
times
at
did you
first.
die?
We just started, so we're good.
Okay.
There's a glitch to smuggle Mega Can out of E.M.M.I section, but it's not too useful. Yeah, there's... I think it was with one of the later E.M.M.Is that you can do that. I've seen footage of it. It doesn't really work with like standard enemies at all, so that's why...
Yeah.
If they did that, it would have need to be retooled, obviously. But, you know, cool idea if you could and actually be able to use the power.
You ever try? I know I kind of stepped away when this was probably asked, but did you even try the boss rush mode at all?
I haven't done the boss rush yet at all, though. But I was asking beforehand. I didn't realize you stepped away when I asked. Did you try the dread mode in boss rush?
No.
That's fair. Because
I barely
it's
started.
like, oh boy.
I did survive. I did try the survival one. That's about it. Okay, so this is the one where you gotta skip it. So what I do is I let the animation go completely off the ledge, and then when I jump towards the wall, that's when I aim directly up, and that's when it does it. You have to kind of shoot, make sure your shot kind of gets in the wall a little bit. It's kind of hard to explain, but...
You have to get it in the wall, but also has to be slightly off to the right axis so you can hit that little tumor. And you gotta do it twice.
Pretty much.
That's why I've seen, like, iterations of doing this. It's just, the problem with this specific shot is it's very precise. So that's why even, like, top runners still have a hard time with this. Like, usually if you watch a Dread speedrun, this is, like, the top place for a reset. Just because it's very inconsistent.
Yeah, I did it a couple times. It was hard, but I did it. So I was like, well, I guess it is possible if I can do it, you know?
Yeah, it is possible.
I guess.
I haven't even like clipped it once when I've been playing, but I'm able to at least do the E.M.M.I skip one. Which again, there's really not much of a reason to do that. It does save time, but it doesn't like sequence break things. The only thing is you never encounter one ending.
All you're doing is all you're doing is you're going to be able to fight Corpius faster.
Yeah.
That's all it
Although,
is.
the only problem with that route, though, is that for a while, depending on how you go, you could easily skip the grip upgrade, and if you get put in a portion of that fight where you need it, that's GG's. In Dread mode, that's a one-hit KO.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be able to avoid them.
Yeah.
Like rapid fire Mega Count is found to be useful in final boss. That's about it. Yeah, because I think the rapid fire of a Mega Cannon is equivalent to just button mashing with the standard blaster to begin with. Because a lot of enemies in the game, it's actually better to just shoot with your standard beam as fast as you can than just use missiles or other items. I know at least for the final boss, the beam works better, I think, for phase 1. And then, like, phase 2 and 3 is missiles.
I really like... Now I've played this game, like, dozens of times. Can I say how well designed the final boss of this game is?
Yeah.
I
A lot of the
really
bosses I can say
enjoy
that
fighting
about.
that boss. Yeah. The final boss of this game is just... Oh my gosh, I really like it. It's probably one of my favorite Metroid bosses of all time.
Oh yeah, another nav room. Some more lore.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Save point. That's all I think.
Yeah, pretty much. That's all you really need to think when you get to these. It's like, oh, thank God. Now I don't have to go back another 10 minutes.
If so, it's reasonable to assume all E.M.M.I will be hostile.
I will say, one thing I like about this game, I think they introduced this concept with Samus Returns. It's been a few years since I played it, so it's hard to remember, but you can pause the game and then reload from last checkpoint or your last save, you get the pick. So if you're in like a bad situation, you don't have to die to get out of it. You could just reset, basically. You don't have to go all the way back to the title screen just to load back your save. It's nice.
I just like that. I know that they introduced this in Metroid Prime 3, but I'm just glad they put a checkpoint system in there in general, because I can tell you enough of playing a classic Metroid again. You're playing it on really hard difficulty, And, you know, you die, and then you back to the save room that was like 3 minutes away, and then just like,
Yep.
walk all the way back and try again just to die again. You know,
Yep, I don't like that going back to pretty much any game before Prime 3. Because starting then, every game onwards had a checkpoint system for Metroid.
I will say this, if it made me more confident to try out the fusion mode in Samus Returns, because I was just like, well, if I can beat this, I can beat fusion mode in Samus Returns. So.
Yeah, because fusion mode was just considered just like really difficult, but it wasn't like as bad as this, where it's a one-hit KO. I think it's just like you took quad damage. So it was just really bad on damage consumption. And with how difficult certain fights can be in that, that's why a lot of people just said they didn't care for the mode. But now with something like this, it's like, well, you know, if you beat this, then that mode's like, I wouldn't say easy by comparison, but easier. Try not to get too close, because that will kill me.
Oh, can't get that missile tank, because, you know, you don't have more ball.
Oh no, I also can't go that way, but it don't matter.
Dude, the fact that you can't get Morph Ball for like 2 hours into this game when you're
feels
first playing,
weird.
it's just like
so weird.
like feels so weird. It's like, where's my ball? Where's my ball? It's like that Drake and Josh meme, where he's a Adam, where's the ball?
Yep, pretty much. It's right there. Don't trust any of you. Nope. No soul left behind. All of you are deadly.
Yeah, all of them, they will kill you if any of them touch you. So, good call on that one.
Yeah, you gotta kill every single one for that reason. You leave one alone, and it will murder you. No questions asked without gravity here. There are risky things to do in this, but don't. The short answer on that one is just don't.
This is like, especially when you're playing this first time, it's like, just don't care about doing it fast. Just take your time, kill enemies, get them off the screen. I'm surprised you haven't died yet, though.
You're trying to jinx it, aren't you?
Because, well, I'm just saying is like, because I died like 20 times before. But then again, I have a bad habit when I play this game. I kind of damage boost a lot of things, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's like you gotta take your time. I already learned from hard mode how much damage these things can just do without any energy, and it's like, yeah, imagine that, but way more. So, at least playing hard mode right before this is kind of mentally trained me to already play things a little more cautiously. I mean, we're gonna not be stupid. There's probably gonna be moments where it'd be very stupid. It's like, wait, I think I can counter this thing. Let's counter it. Dies 5 times from a small fly. Like, that's the fly enemies are gonna be like the worst ones if I get too careless with counter, because that is the most dangerous thing in this mode. It's just yourself. Thinking you can do something, and no, you probably can't. See what I mean? Your worst enemy's yourself. I hit the floor, not him.
Yeah.
Wow. Of all the ways to die, I wasn't expecting it to be a bad shot. Alright, well, I guess it's time to reveal this. Up by 1?
That's count.
Yep. Because I know people are gonna, that's gonna be the most asked question in a stream when you do a mode like this. How many times you died? Like, down there. Yeah, stream over, time to go home. Okay, let's play something else. I gotta do a workout today. that can't kill me, right?
I love the ones, the deaths where you walk into a room and enemies right there, and you're just like, well,
Yep. It's like, all right, well, I can't do anything. GG's. That's well last.
I love those streams just to be like, I'm gonna be playing this game till I die. And then it's like,
You
well,
die in the first 5 minutes. Like, oh, that didn't take long. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All just because I wanted 2 missiles, man. That's all just because of missiles. Okay. And that's because I just stubbed my toe.
That's what happens. Samus is so fragile. She just stubbed her toe. She dies.
Oh, my toe. Just easy, man. Just easy
That's
enough.
2.
Yeah, well, at least that was a checkpoint right in front of the area. That didn't matter. Just hurts my pride, that's all. Oh, hi. You know, I'd rather die from this than you. Thus it begins.
That's 3. Oh, lordy. We're gonna be here
You know
for a
it's
while,
funny?
aren't
I'm gonna have a lot of redundancies with that because I'll have you guys saying that, the stream saying how many times I die, and I have a button on my damn deck that tells me how many times I die. So it's like, man, it's gonna be triple sadness. Now it's just to prove you're all wrong, I won't die anymore. Famous last words, let's go. No, I'm going,
Spoilers,
aren't
he
I?
dies in the next like 5 seconds.
Probably.
Bye, E.M.M.I. Bye, E.M.M.I.
Just barely have enough time to do that, too. Hey, look, an energy recharge station. Maybe we need to use that at some point, right? No, never. Never need that. No, not dealing with your poop job. Those things can easily just blindside you. I've seen so many people just die from those things because of a random stray bullet they're not paying attention to.
Charge beam fired, yeah. It only took us 30 minutes.
It's fine. So long it took on a first playthrough. It's about normal.
I mean, that's shorter than what I did. Like I said, I died at least 20 times by the time I got there. So.
Hey, useless! No, we'll get used to that later when we go to our heated area. There's a missile pack in lava I want, and the only way we're gonna get that is to have a handful of E-tanks ready.
I think lava insta-kills you still if you don't have gravity sit.
I mean, you can take the chip damage, I think, still. I've seen someone like go through lava to get a missile pack.
I can't. It's, like I said, it's been like a couple months.
Take that safety safe. I just don't know how they can get that consistently. It's hard.
Yeah, it took me a while to get it. Alright, Mr. E.M.M.I, robot. Or AI producing unit, whatever it is called.
Okay, that doesn't help you. Good to know. Before, I actually was able to survive with that, but I did a shot of damage with the charge beam before I did the pseudo screw attack. That's probably why.
Oh, oops.
Yep. Your own hubris, man. Stop that. And he's not even here. Yeah, I'm gonna take pity on you and leave. Wow. Now that hurts.
Oh, look, it's the David Jaffe room.
How do you get out of here? I don't know what the. Wait, where do you go? Hang on. Wait. Whoa, no. This game sucks, man. No, we're done. We're done. This game sucks. And, guy, just calm down. All you gotta do is this. Oh. I don't know. That dev just, like, blew up on this, and there was no reason. That's why it's a meme.
Yeah.
It's like, if you never play any of the other games in the series, like, that is common. They do that all the time. The first game was known to be cryptic because you literally didn't know where to go because every room looked the same. It's like, Metroid's known for this.
Yeah.
And you know what's the funny thing? When the game kept on getting updates, it kept on coming back to the same problem and making new complaining points that made no sense. It's like, man, where's the popcorn? This is gonna be good. I think he's someone who's just played linear-based games, because, like, the games he's working on, like God of War, is just linear-based storytelling ones, and that's what people are just assuming. The points are made because that's just kind of all he does play.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, like, it is good. Like, not using your brain is good game design. I don't care what anybody says. Like, the thing is, though, that's funny is he proved how good, well designed this level is because when you get to that room in particular, they lock you out of everything. They kind of trap you. They kind of want you to push you in that direction. Every other route that you try to take is for reason. You know,
pretty much.
You can't go there like it's like, oh, I need Phantom Cloak for this. Oh, I need to be able to grab the sledge. Blah blah blah. Can't do that. You know.
Yeah, like it's
like
all
here.
leading you
Like,
to trying to explore at that point, because you gotta do it in other areas too, not just for progression's sake, but also to find items. So it teaches you check things around you, and you'll find it. And then later in the game, they give you the pulse sensor, which tells you about the things to shoot. So it's complaints saying they need to have a thing in the game that tells you where these hidden things are. They do! Not right away, but they do have that kind of an item. Like, just play up to that point, you'll find it.
The literal the first tutorial that they do, besides, you know, the counter, is they tell you, hey, there's going to be times where you're going to need to shoot a wall to progress.
Yeah, and Karen makes a good point. In the very beginning, like the first few screens, you have to do that. They teach you flat out with breakable blocks that are colored differently. Like, that path to get to the first navigation room has another missile block on it that you wouldn't know is there until you shoot it. So that teaches the player there are hidden blocks that if you don't shoot, you won't know about. But just shoot them, and then you'll probably be able to reveal the extra thing that you can shoot down and go through.
But no, because game didn't spell it out for me. It's bad game design.
Yep, pretty much. It's like, dude, no.
Unfortunately, this energy is limited. You may have noticed it dissipating after an E.M.M.I is destroyed. There are 6 remaining E.M.M.I hunting.
I hate when people say that. Like there's some things that if they're too cryptic, yeah, it's bad game design. Now, you want to tell me a good bad game design thing? And I know a lot of people will probably defend this, but trying to get the Reggie trio in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald.
Yep, I was just gonna say, that's a good example.
Design.
That's literally, can you read Braille? Not feel it, read it with your eyeballs. No one can do that. That's the point of Braille.
I know people will probably say, well, in that first room that you go down there, they have the alphabet right there. How do you know that that's the alphabet?
Yeah,
how do you know that that's the alphabet? Unless you looked it up online.
Yeah. There's no way you're going to know that on a first playthrough just because of its core idea. That's not going to be a thing you understand. I knew about it as a kid because of a guide.
Yeah, same here. The only reason why I knew about that particular, how to clear those, is because I had a guidebook. That's it. That's bad game design. And it still kind of makes me laugh when everybody's like, well, Brock and White, like, it's funny looking back to it because Game Freak had withheld Arceus from the West, or just Arceus in general in the original Diamond Pearl because they said, oh, players won't understand how to get this.
Yeah,
and I'm just like,
but
we,
you literally had to read Braille in 3rd gen.
Had to read Braille. Don't give me that. Hey, Allison, how you doing?
Hey, Allison. How you doing? There, first brain dead. I can't wait until we get the speed booster for these things, and then screw attack later, because literally, they are a joke when you have both of those items. You blink and they're dead.
Yeah.
It's that fast. Alright, so now we got a new thing. We'll make a stream.
I'm sorry to hear that, Allison. I hope you get feeling better.
Yeah, same, because I'm hearing that it's been just rough now when you have to take hospital trips to get tests. Like, that's serious. We weren't expecting anything like that to happen when you just said you had a little cold at one point. That's insane. So hopefully you do get better soon.
That's crazy. I hope you get feeling better soon. Really bad. Sounds like it. In the hospital trips.
I mean, hopefully at this point they got you on new meds for that. Wait, what? Wait, they found on that CT scan all your sinuses are infected? Wow, okay, no wonder why it's worse than we all thought.
Gosh.
That's insane. Sorry to hear that. Oh, flame tissues, you can't breathe the nose at all. Okay, I know that feel because growing up as a kid, my allergies were so bad. That's pretty much how I felt a lot of days, so I understand that. That is painful to deal with.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, oops.
Look at you using these wall jump tactics just to
Like,
get
wait a
the
minute,
sequence.
you're supposed to climb?
Look at you, man. It's like they're like, oh, I'm not gonna use the item I just got. I'm just gonna, you know.
I mean, I am for like 1 second.
15 hours, 21 hours. Oh my gosh.
Yikes. I mean, that sounds like a hospital though. Like you're there for a majority, if not, a whole day, and then most of it is just waiting. I know someone like a couple years ago that had to go to the ER and they spent like 8 hours just waiting and then 10 minutes with the doctor. Someone called doctor for me though and couldn't need it.
Sorry, I wasn't laughing at you, Alice. I was laughing at him.
Laughing at this idiot.
I was laughing at this guy playing Dread Mode
God.
when he knew all the pain that I went through.
Do you remember how many times you died? Or do you have a screenshot of that?
600 times.
Wait, where am I going?
Somewhere. I think it's like 600.
Yeesh. That's a lot of deaths. But to be fair, that sounds about right for this mode.
Let me go look at it. Let me go look and see if I can find it. Let me go look.
I swear it spat me out there specifically. It's like, oh, not again. I was expecting it to be a little bit more outside, but I guess not. That's the thing with the, okay, really. That's the thing with the checkpoints. Sometimes you can kind of guess where they will activate, and then sometimes, no. Not at all. I didn't know you can actually shoot the little projectiles. I'm doing that again. Alright, first major boss at this point. The E.M.M.Is are kind of like boss fights, and then, well, actually, technically the brain is your first boss. I really don't count that as a boss, which is its nature. This thing is like your first true boss, I feel, just because of the difficulty change. This is where I expect things to get crazy.
This is a unique boss, not,
yeah.
You know.
Well, it's funny you say that, because the brains, they're in the boss mode twice. There's 2 of them. Like the first one and I think the last one. For some reason. I don't know why they did 2 of them. They didn't need to.
Okay, I got my score. It says I died 662 times.
Yeesh. That's a dread mode playthrough for you.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Phase 2.
I hope the new meds work for you. Also, if they gave you any.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I feel really bad that you hadn't been struggling all that time for that.
I go phase 3. How many missiles did it give? I think it was like maybe 6 at most.
Yeah. This boss isn't too hard to beat, though. I mean, it's
Not
a first boss.
compared to the others, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no,
Why
I got
did
more
I
than enough.
not have
25 now. Just unload.
I had trouble with Kraid.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people have trouble with Kraid in this mode, just because of all the different projectiles he has.
Yeah. Especially when you get to the second phase of
Oh,
Kraid.
he's already dead. Nice. So I didn't
Yeah.
even die at all, first try.
Okay, good. Good job.
20 days antibiotics didn't work. Family doctor put you on our 2 weeks worth, said it could take a while. Sciences are hard to get to. That's fair, yeah, with a lot of meds that may or may not be effective. But yeah, wait time is bad. Especially I know your guys' healthcare system, because of being better than ours, I think people actually see doctors compared to the States we don't want to, because dear God, $1,000 to tell me I'm sick? And that's not counting med prices yet? My mom went to the doctors the other day, and every question was asked, like $20 charges. Like, do you drink? No. Okay, $20. Hey, do you smoke? No, $20. Like, that's our healthcare system. It's a joke.
Don't have enough doctors. I'm sorry. I hate that you have to wait up.
Yeah,
Did you just
that's
skip
still
that without
insane.
using Phantom Cloak?
No, I used it. I slid into it.
Oh,
If you
okay.
slide and then use Phantom Cloak, you get a little more speed. So you can do that
Okay.
and
I didn't know
get through the section way faster.
Yeah.
That was almost bad.
Oh God. Yeah.
It's like, wait, no, don't do that. Yeah, give me the missiles. I'm gonna need those.
Oh God. I thought you were gonna run and fall right into it.
Oh, that's platform the way. That won't help.
Big fat laser for no charge. Yeah, I mean, I know when you hate to wait long, but you know that's the beauty of certain things like Switch, because I'll be like, I got something to preoccupy the time.
Speaking of waiting and Switch, how about them load times? I'm gonna
Oh,
go,
I know.
I'm gonna go make me some dinner. I'll be back in 20 minutes. The game will load by then. I wish I had a digital copy. Yeah, no, I don't blame you. Having a portable thing like this it's nice because then while you're waiting a long time in like a doctor's office, you can play through like a good chunk of a game. I know that's why mobile gaming is still like very popular for that reason too, just because of the fact that that's way more portable than a Switch. Even with like the Switch Lite being much smaller, out of like all the models, it's still bulky enough that you probably want to have a handbag at least.
Yeah. They didn't bring us. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, so at that point you're, entertaining yourself with the phone and conversations.
Yeah.
Don't get.
So bad that parents.
Told you,
Nope.
the
Oh,
things
you
out of the
just walked
wall
right
are
into
one
that
of the
one.
worst things. I didn't see that until it came out and killed me. I heard that is one of the worst things in this mode. It's just the things that just appear. I was going to a save point too. That was the reason why I went to the right, and I died on the way.
That's the thing. It's like you walk into a room. If you keep holding left, you just don't. When you enter a room, unless you know for sure what goes on in that room, don't hold the left button.
Yeah. Oh no, you can't. I went over here for nothing because there's lava areas. For some reason I thought there was a save over here right away. No. So I just died twice because. You know, it's fine. You know, number go up makes you feel good, right? Not me.
Yeah.
Now it makes me sad.
But it's so bad that paramedics can't offload their patients at the hospital in a reasonable. Oh my gosh!
Yikes! That is bad.
Can I? What would happen if that person was like in life or death? Yeah.
It's like life or
like you just did right now.
Life for example.
What if you're in a life or death situation?
Yeah, I mean that complicates things then, yeah. Because like the worst case scenario at that point is that they're gonna have to figure out what to do just to stabilize the patient. Oh!
I really...
See, I can't see the worm until it's on my forehead. Alright, good to know. Just in that section, bum rush it and slide. I mean, yeah, that's also trails, and they would bump you up due to priority, depending on, like, yeah, how serious your condition was.
Careful, Lester, quit. No, just quit. I told you. I had to just slow, man.
I had to slide because I don't know where they're gonna pop in, so I'm just trying to get out of there.
Oh, by the way, fire.
Yeah, I know, fire bad. Fire bad.
Here.
Fire bad.
Yeah, fire bad. So just it's not environmental damage. It's just straight up. I'm gonna yeah, prime example.
Yes. See, that's what happens when we touch fire. I didn't think the guy's arm would come out that far in the hitbox. It didn't look like it touched me, but the hitbox was barely in the arm.
Oh, do you hate the? Do you hate this mode? Do you hate this mode?
That's exactly what I expected. Although, so far, I'm feeling better about this than the hard mode for Tropical Freeze, because that one I had to redo minutes worth of progress if I just made one stupid mistake.
Oh, luckily, this game has a very, very lenient checkpoint system.
Yeah, that's what helps. So I don't have to do everything again when that happens. Just a lot of things.
It'd be bad. Yeah, it'd be very bad. Like a good friend told us once before, Lester, it's a good day to die, my friends.
That's the worst part. There's a GIF right now that's just on my timeline on Twitter. That is just, I'm just gonna do this really quick because of this. Yeah, that's right, keep it talking. This is a mood right now. This is a mood. I'm in danger. That's all I see out of the corner of my eye because I have this tab open. And then it's just, yep, pretty accurate the whole time. Thanks, Tom Fox. His own advertising for a stream. It's just my own mood.
Central routing system for the magma.
If it wasn't for like every first part where I tweet out at least like what the game is, I would actually just use that as my thing for advertising this because it's not wrong. Not wrong. I expect every week after this just to be I'm in danger, help me, I'm dead kind of image because to be accurate.
It took me. I still have the picture, don't I?
There is one other thing.
15 hours and 15 and a half hours total playtime.
The phantom cloak prevents the E.M.M.I from detecting.
That's not bad, considering what this mode is.
Yeah.
Like, you would think it would be like 30 or so hours just because of the difficulty spike.
It's. I think this mode is putting it lightly, horrible, but it's manageable.
Just be aware of your surroundings.
It's very manageable.
The phantom
so
is useless. Once an E.M.M.I sees you, you will need to evade capture until it gives up pursuit. The phantom cloak can remain active after your aim has been depleted. It will consume your life energy instead. Consider it a desperate measure.
How does that work on this mode? I'm pretty sure that just takes away the energy and not one-hit KO, because that would also be mean.
Your probability of survival
Like, oh, you had Aeon, and you're using the Phantom Cloak? Well, I might as well just be knifing your chest. Like, no. I imagine it's like lava damage at that point. You know, we already died 10 times. We can test it for science.
There's a line Adam says here. It says, "Accept your helplessness." That's this mode in general.
That's pretty accurate, yes.
Phantom Cloak is death. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it just
pretty
drains
much.
your energy. It doesn't insta-kill you. Although it drains it super fast. I never let that drain.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that.
Yeah, actually, you're right. Yeah, Phantom Cloak just drains your energy if you run out of Aeon.
Yeah,
it doesn't
again, that's
kill
fine.
you right outright. Like it's treated as environmental. That enemy right there that you just killed has killed me 30 times.
I think that one's a
Even though when
PTSD
I know
guy.
he's there. That enemy right there, I hate with every fiber of my being the way his placement is.
See, that's why I just like, slow down for a minute.
I just
Because
died.
I know it's gonna happen.
That guy has given me war flashbacks, and I hate him. And coming up is Robot Man. See, if I didn't tell you, he would have walked right in him.
Yeah, that's a problem one. Get out of here. I can counter the ones that are on the floor or basically the edge of a wall, but none of them are above me.
Oh boy. We got enemies that are on the way on this tram. Don't run into them.
I aimed Slate up. I should have just countered.
And dead. Just taking this place nice and slow. It's nice and slow. Don't want to accidentally run into something.
Like those guys, if I didn't move forward, I would have definitely ran into them. Open that for later. That should be a checkpoint at least anyways. Normally getting into an E.M.M.I zone is a checkpoint, and same for leaving it.
Yeah. If you get into E.M.M.I zone, you're fine. Oh boy. Is this the morph ball, E.M.M.I?
Yeah. I believe it's always, yeah, it's the green one that's the morph. Because then the third one's the speed booster. Fourth is ice missile.
Yellow one's the speed.
The fifth... I remember the fifth, I know the sixth is power bomb.
The fifth is wave beam.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because it gets so late in this game, and they tease you with it like everywhere, so I always forget that. Now, I can't do anything over here on the right, but there is a save, so I'm going to pop into this area just for that. Because now I'm supposed to take that E.M.M.I zone entrance again and go back that way, since that thermal area opened up a little hatch. Because everything over here is heat-based. I can survive for like a minute at most, I think, but it doesn't matter. Actually, no, not even a minute. It's like maybe 20 seconds. There's no point. Nothing to do right now. Or is it? No, you gotta go further back. That one's later. Oh, hi. I'm not here. Okay, maybe I am. See ya. I've done that like maybe 3 times in my life. That's number 3. That was good timing, because God, that would have been bad.
Oh god, that was close. Oh god.
There we go. Didn't I just kill you? I'm gonna kill you again. Wait, no, not this way yet. Go up a tier. Yeah, because now I gotta get this.
Remember, Phantom Cloak, buddy. Phantom Cloak. He just run into the door.
Oh, wait, no, now I go back. That's right.
Dude, you almost landed on. You're making me nervous, man. you almost land on these enemies, and I'm just like, Lester, how did you not die? Just
Good question.
how?
I don't even know. To be fair, I didn't see it, so that's kind of why this is happening.
Because he's Lester, Amber?
Because he's Lester. Also, hi, Lester.
Yeah, hey, hey, one.
Could be better. Just hanging in there. Unlike you, who has 11 deaths already, I see.
It's fine. They're merely flesh wounds, that's it.
Is but a flesh wound. We're about to get to... No, we gotta go there with some first. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I cannot do any heat-based things just yet. I need Varia. The most I can do is walk into an area for 5 seconds, realize, oh, this is hot, and leave. So it's really not much. Killed one, the other one killed me. Alright. I was hoping Pseudo Screw could have killed all 3 of those.
No,
The whole reason why I did that.
Pseudo Screw attack would be like, I'm only gonna just kill one of those guys.
Yeah. Pseudo Screw just really screwed me, so to say. That's the problem.
I'm just waiting for him to ultimately regret just jumping so aimlessly everywhere and just landing on an enemy.
You know, that's a foot and mouth situation, but somehow it's like your foot in my mouth because you're the one who said I'm the one that has to suffer.
I mean, obviously.
It's like, I don't want this.
Lester, I don't want you to eat my foot.
Same. This is not for my own.
Out of context. Just that sentence.
Look, man, you did this, not me.
Yeah, this section sucks. Just because all those little enemies are just walking around all over the place.
The worst ones are the ones on the ground, because I do not see them until they're out in front of me. That's already basically death. It's like, they come out so fast.
Just wait. I'm just waiting for one particular part to see how many times you die. Just because of this, because of what you said about the enemies.
Yeah, again, it's one of those situations I'm just kind of worried about certain ones being right in front of me, and that's it.
You are not capable faced with overwhelming power.
I mean, I don't know. Have you seen my hyper beam from Super Metroid? It kills everything,
Carefully,
even the
use
game.
phantom cloak to advance. There are risks even here. The phantom
No, not
cloak
kidding on that one. I think if you hack in the hyper beam, it can actually just crash the game in certain areas.
It is still your best
Because
chance.
it wasn't
That's
designed
right.
for anything but the final
Do not
5 minutes.
hesitate to destroy an enemy whenever you
Yeah.
discover more unique energy.
Speaking of
This was
glitches
not one
that
of your
crashes the
original
game,
priorities. However,
Legends
I see no other
Arceus
way to accomplish
apparently
your
has
goal.
a really
You
bad
can
bug
suspend
that
your
wasn't
threats
ever
but not be
addressed,
sanctioned.
and it revolves around a shiny Pokemon.
I mean, I know there was a bug that you like keep on looking back and forth for draw distance and messed the game up. But I didn't hear about this one.
Basically, if a certain shiny Pokemon uses a certain move, the animation doesn't know what to do, and it crashes the game.
That's about right. Wow, so it's one of those situations where it was never coded correctly then. I'm not falling for that again. That enemy always, like, every time I play, that's always the result, just because it's, like, right there, out of camera. You never see it. So you always land on its head. Which is really annoying.
This is the part where the game kind of freaks out with frame rate. It's always in this room.
Well, there's a lot of areas that do this too. I was testing some audio stuff of it earlier before I started to stream the game, and finding like one specific boss, the game's frame rate like went down to 15 at one point. Like it really hiccuped. So like there are frame rate hiccups here and there with this game. That's just unavoidable.
It's not bad though. Like I've never really seen this game like do anything but 60. Like
yeah, like when
unless
it drops, it's only for a few seconds. It's not like the
Yeah,
whole time you're doing
it's not
something. At least.
game-breaking.
Oh, missed.
Oh, I missed and I died because of it.
That's for the return trip.
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill him, and you're gonna prevent that from ever hitting me. Excuse me.
And lava drains too, which means I can get this one E-tank upgrade. It's not even a full E-tank, it's like a fourth of one. So I might just grab it while we're in the area. In terms of how we're handling this, I have no idea. I'm probably just going to play it, and then if we decide last second we want all the items, that's when I go on my trek. Because if you played any Mercury Stream Metroid game, it's both this and Samus Returns, you cannot get everything in one go. It's impossible. So you're backtracking regardless. So even if you want to 100% one of these games, you can't until you get literally the final power. So just wait until then.
When I played the game, I didn't even bother 100%ing
Yeah.
it. I only ever 100%ed this game once. That was
Yeah, I
the
mean,
first
that's
time I
fair.
played it.
You don't get anything in this one for 100%ing it. The extra gallery things you get are for speedrun stuff. So beating the game under X amount of time is how you get things. It's like up to 4 hours.
You do get something for 100%, and you get Chozo archives. Pictures.
Oh yeah, there's like one thing for that. That's right. The Chozo.
No,
I
there's like
completely forgot about the
7.
Chozo archive
There's like-
sections.
Yeah, there's like 7 pictures, and it's based on your percentage. It's like if you 100% all the a certain area of the map, that's when you unlock a picture. So there is stuff for 100% items. It's just it's not as rewarding as like other Metroid games. in a
Yeah,
way.
because again, you don't really get much of anything for it in comparison to other Metroid games.
It's like Samus Returns. Samus Returns was the same.
Yeah, well, it makes sense since it's the same team.
Yeah. Samus Returns had the Chozo archives in that game too for 100%.
Yeah.
And that teased this game. I remember
Yeah.
that.
That's true, because, yeah, it did show off some promotional art for a thing we weren't really sure of. I don't even think it flat out said Dread specifically, but it was a brand new Metroid. Teased.
What the reward is for 100%ing the game, you got a Chozo artifact picture of Ravenbeak destroying the Chozo. That was it. So you knew there was a bad Chozo.
Yeah. Because at that time, yeah, again, we still didn't really understood what it meant, but it was definitely a nice sneak peek as to what we got.
It was a sneak peek of the game, which was nice, because, honest to gosh, dude, can I just say, I need to quit saying that phrase. I am so glad this game exists. I am so happy this game exists.
Yeah,
Holy
doubly
crap,
so with
man.
this specific kind of game, because a new Metro game is one thing, but this specific one, because it was supposed to be... They originally planned for this for DS, but it just didn't work out at the time, because it just, at least according to dev interviews, the hardware didn't work for this kind of a Metroid game, so it shelved the idea for many years. And then we had the Metroid drought for many years as well.
I'm really hoping we hear more about Prime 4 soon.
Yeah, hopefully. I know people are still like clamoring for that news for that reason because we haven't gotten anything in a while, but it's also one of those things where restarting development put that game real far behind on their original timetable, so it's going to take a while for them to even have probably enough to show. Who knows how long that could even take.
Yeah.
Although it's interesting now when you think about it, all those games that were originally announced with the Switch's release, Prime 4 is the only one we haven't heard anything about for a long time. Yeah. Now even Bayonetta 3 we heard news about, and that was one of the last long-standing announcement games.
And we got Shin Megami Tensei 5 last
that
year.
Released now.
Yeah, that released last year, so nice to see that. Oh god, that was too close. I saw that. That was like,
I know.
No.
I know. One of them going through my counter was like, alright, no.
Oh look, the Speed Booster puzzle I really like in this game. The one where you had to go through all those hoops. A lot of people hate this one, but I actually really enjoy it. Dude, a lot of the Speed Booster puzzles in this game are really great. I love them.
The thing about those puzzles in this game specifically is that I think this is the best Speed Booster / Science Spark we got in the whole series. Because it's the only one you can keep between moving directions. Like, you can bounce off of walls and keep your speed. No other game lets you do that. It's so nice to control. And it feels so satisfying whenever you can use it.
I was so happy to see Speed Booster come back because, you know, it wasn't in Samus Returns, and I was like... I just wanted to see it. That was like one of my favorite power-ups is just Speed Booster in general. Yeah,
although that made sense because both the original Metroid and Metroid 2 did not have Speed Booster. The fact they introduced that for Zero Mission was a surprising thing for, a remake of the first one. But Metroid 2 on 3DS specifically was a more faithful remake when it came to certain design, which means Speed Booster wouldn't work in that level design. So I understand why it wasn't there.
Speed Booster and Zero Mission was really great.
That wasn't one hit KO with a blast. I forgot. We're getting to that point now, where enemies are going to take a lot more hits to die.
Yep. Cataris, or not Cataris, Dairon. Dairon is kind of hard your first visit.
Yeah.
Especially in this
There's a lot of things here that take a lot of damage and do a lot of damage back.
Yeah.
So even now, Dread mode, this place sucks. On the first playthrough, at least. Later playthroughs becomes a little more manageable. I don't know why I was down there. That's wasteful.
Stupid robots are stupid.
These enemies are just right now better off the counter to attack instead of anything else. Same for those lasers, but man, that's risky.
Yeah, that's risky.
That's the one part I don't like for this mode specifically. Those dang saw blades are so hard to dodge.
Yeah. Oh gosh, projectile guys.
Yeah. Not as bad if you start mashing, because those guys die pretty fast with the standard beam. There's just some enemies that are just better off doing that instead of attacking normally.
Think you can get bombs early here?
Yeah, you can, but you need grapple for it.
Yeah.
So, like, we can do it here in a minute, but not just yet. I need to turn back on the power first. And then I also need Morph Ball. So I gotta take care of the E.M.M.I at least from the previous zone.
Yeah.
Then that's when you can start doing some sequence breaks. Because you need Morph Ball really to do a lot of the sequence breaks in this game, just because of the sheer traversal issue this game would have without Morph Ball.
Yeah. Wide beam. I like how they just renamed Spazer to Wide Beam.
Yeah, same concept,
like,
so I get it.
I just always thought that was funny. Like, it's like, man, Super, they had a cooler name. Now everybody's just like, Wide Beam.
Yeah, well,
like,
Spacer
man,
didn't really
Wide Beam.
explain what this thing did, so I get why they changed the name.
I get it, too. I just, you know,
Don't take me out, I'm taking your with me. Okay, Andros.
waiting for when we get to Kraid and see how many times he dies to him.
You just want to see me suffer again.
I just want to see his suffer.
Okay,
And then,
I hit the... You seen it glow for a second there. I went for the counter time, and the counter timing said no, it was not right timing. Even though he glowed yellow. I don't know what happened there. Sure.
that's why I was wondering why you doing you're doing it risky, man. You do
Well,
it
the
way
lasers
too
are so
late.
much harder to destroy without counter in this point.
Yeah,
So that's why they're still better to counter. Those guys in air hand, they'll just shoot until they die.
yeah.
Because now I can take that guy out again with the charge shot. Oh, I forgot there's grapple stuff up here. Oh yeah, that's right, because that leads to an item. I never remember about that because I never get it with grapple.
There's a missile tank up there.
I always just get it with something else, with like more ball jumps or space jumps or shining sparks, like anything
Yeah.
but.
Just doing it the opposite way the game intends you to do it. But
Yeah, because by the time you get certain powers, grapple becomes just a thing you open doors with. It's like, they use it for the actual platforming. It gets to a point where you won't need it for that anymore.
And there's a boss where I'm gonna need that grapple beam, so.
Oh, there are certain fights that still would help, yeah.
Name one of the Chozo warriors.
Yeah, that's so you can rip the shield off. Although, if you got your turbo controller or your turbo fingers, you may not need that.
I mean, you may not need it. Yeah,
It'll depend. Sometimes it's just better to attack those things outright instead of ripping their shields off.
dude.
It just depends.
This game-
You son of a...
This game
I don't know
and
business.
then Banjo Tooie the other night. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna get carpal tunnels from this. From all this
Yeah.
stuff.
It's funny because
Dude,
you
the
don't
fun-
need to mash in this game, but you really are rewarded for doing it, so you might as well.
Yeah, mashing just makes things easier. Like
Yeah.
it's faster than using missiles.
What? Excuse me? Why? In the middle of the counter sequence, I still die? It was the laser. It had to be the laser cannon. Alright.
I think it was the okay. Oh, we gotta play this back and see frame perfect
Frame by
moments when-
frame that. Ref.
When I die, that moment when I die.
I don't trust you anymore. Get out of here. Stupid cannon. You're minding my own business. Get shot off screen. Gosh. Well, good to know. You can die in the counter state if you get attacked off screen, because that's never happened to me before. In a mode like this is where you discover those kind of quirks.
Moments like this, it makes you really rethink everything in your life.
Makes you think, why? Why was this made? Why did they make this mode? To make us suffer, that's why. But then you're also the idiot for playing it, so hello, idiot. It's me. Hey, low power Eve Bader. At least I say, how you doing? Yeah, this game got a lot of awards. I think it did not win Game of the Year. It was a nominee for it last year, but it did win a award flat out. Can't remember which one.
It did win Best Action Game.
Oh yeah, it was Best Action. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, that happened to me on my hard mode run too. Just because you can't see the things coming out.
Hey,
they actually
Lester,
blend
you
in.
remember-
How am I not surprised that happened?
You remember what I told you a long time, like not even like 30 minutes ago, where I said, "Hey man, when you enter a door, don't hold the left button. Just
In that case, just don't jump.
do that.
You would have thought I would have learned from my hard mode run where that happened 3 times.
Yeah, just don't run into doors willy nilly unless you know for a fact what's beyond that door." It's just like,
Oh, wait, no,
because
that's not the way.
sometimes when you just run into an enemy and you got a death because of it, you just like, man, why was I stupid? Why was I dumb?
I mean, I said all the time, so. There we go. Yeah, we gotta pay attention to the things shooting me when I'm going gung-ho on mashing. Because that's gonna be my actual issue in these fights. It's just being blindsided. Although, after number 3, I can at least come in here with a speed booster, because I'll have the ability by then.
Yeah. Time to kill an enemy. I like how you just countered that in.
Hello. Okay, at least its head's dead. I'll take that.
Wait, how did you do that?
I'm not
Oh,
surprised
God.
that happened. That always tends to happen. No, wait.
Missed. You should have gone for the head.
Instead, you went for the neck. That's how it goes, though. It's like, if you miss, you're missing by just like maybe an inch or 2. At least that's how
Yeah.
I usually go with the cannon.
Oh my gosh, we finally got the ball.
Yeah, now we're balling, which means now we can sequence break. You know, only about an hour and a half in, you finally have your first power in pretty much every other game that you get in 5 minutes.
Stupid,
Revolutionary.
stupid robot. I'm balling, man. Let's see Samus with a basketball.
Yeah. At least what's nice in this game is that you can climb up a ledge, and if it's small enough to go into morph ball mode, you just go right into it and go through. So,
Yeah.
you know, at least it has that quality of life thing where you don't have to, like, bomb jump into a hole or land perfectly inside of it, like other games.
Like that one.
Also, I love how there's now just a button to morph.
Yeah.
That makes things
Instead of
so
going
much
down,
easier.
Down twice.
And you instantly start with jump ball, too, which also helps. Because in a lot of other games, you get jump ball just when you get morph ball bombs, just so you can't, like, abuse that for sequence breaking. But here, it doesn't matter. I mean, you can't really use the jump ball here for sequence breaking anyways. It's the same concept as just grabbing a ledge. So it doesn't matter. I'm glad they just gave it to you out right now.
Yeah.
Makes things better. You know what? No, before I do anything stupid, save. Because I know I'm going to die and go way back over to the E.M.M.I area.
Man, you remember in Super Metroid when you got jump ball, like, one of your last power-ups in the
Yeah, it's
game?
one of the worst placements for it, yeah. You get it so late, it just is useless by that point.
It's just like,
Sucks.
what am I going to use with this, man? I always laugh whenever we played Super, and I was like, why do I get jump balls so late in my game?
Yeah,
I already got the
it
gravity
really
suit. I already have the plasma beam. Why would I need to worry about jumping as a ball?
Yeah. In Super Metroid, it's one of the games you don't need as much because bomb jumping is pretty easy to do in that game. A lot of the other games are way harder for the timing changing. But in Super, it's pretty consistent. Kind of like this game, too. It's almost like Super Metroid bomb timing.
I love bomb jumping in this game.
Yeah.
Whenever I saw that he could still do it when I first played it, I was like, oh. Give me that mistletoe, 'cause I'm gonna need them.
This section is going to probably have a lot of deaths. I've seen this section kind of be annoying, so to say, to get through with this one-hit KO mode. Because everything blindsides you in this upcoming section. Oh, no, 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 no. We're not doing that. I thought they came out the other way for some reason. But then I double back.
I was waiting for it. I was just waiting for it.
Idiot, go dead. But
I was just
not
waiting
that
for the
stupid.
balls to explode. We're about to get Ferenia suit.
Oh yeah, that's on the other side. You can't get it from this side. And this is the section where they throw everything at you, so this is the one I'm going to be probably a little more skittish on, because everything hurts.
Don't run, Lester.
Yeah,
You kind of
ball.
have to.
Yeah, at least this section isn't
Don't
timed,
get-
so it doesn't matter.
Don't get ballsy.
Yeah, see, like right there's a double fake out, so that's easy to get a first-time player.
Yeah.
I forgot about the fire above you at that point. Like, I even hesitated for a minute, knowing something was coming up, and I was still too close. Gosh. So, I mean, they throw everything at you here.
He gets faked out, and you're like, oh, look at this. See, there's fake out, and then you just faked out again.
He survived the double fake out, but not the triple.
Oh, baby, triple.
Too fast. You didn't have too much fun with this one specifically. Is this
I'm
what you're
having
looking
fun
forward
with
to the
this one.
most?
Yeah, I was looking forward to
It's not
this because I
great
wanted
yet.
to see you suffer. I just think it's funny seeing you die. I was like, yeah, just watch out for them flames. They're just popping out everywhere, Lester. You don't know if one's just gonna, spring up and just, get a face full of flame, and then you just die. Go for the triple. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, that's why! The thing is lower than the other flames. You have to grow under it. I forgot that one's like so deep. It's like the other one's like a 5-inch flame, and then this one's a 6-inch, which covers the whole room. That's the problem. So I'm fine to rush through that section as long as I just slide. Which is
Jump,
probably what you're
jump,
supposed to do.
Slide, slide, jump, jump, slide, slide.
I did that mini game, I think, what, yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday's Shantae video, so I know. It's a lot of jumping and sliding.
Have you played Mega Man 8?
Some of it. I haven't, like, beat it, but I have played, I think, at least one of those sections. Yeah, I barely can make that jump. That's literally like as close as you can get.
Yeah. Time for suit upgrade.
Yeah, which is great because now I can take less damage to enemies that Winnie Man still one-hit KO. I just prematurely add that number now. Just go ahead, prematurely. You're gonna probably think that. I'll take it away. That's a fake death. Didn't count. I do like now how your normal, like your base suit design is now just the blue one, which is a blue variant from Fusion, because it makes sense at this point. Having orange and slightly more orange for your suit difference between normal Varia was not the most distinguished, which is why they needed the shoulder pads for 2, since you couldn't display colors on a Game Boy back then. So I like having blue as the base suit now. It really helps.
I'm also so glad that, you know, it's not puke green for Varia suit.
Yeah, I mean, God. I don't know why they changed the Varia color to that. Of all colors, they pick one of the harshest ones.
That's one thing I just always hated in Fusion. It's like, why do they pick that color scheme?
It's like, of all the colors, man, you had to pick puke green. You had to pick puke green.
Oh man, guess what time it's almost in?
If I jump in the lava again, death.
That too, but...
I mean, just getting that one missile pack drained me a lot of my energy, so I was a little close. A little more over here. Okay, there we go. So now we're actually going to do something different. We're going to go back to Cataris, but we're not going to stay here for long because I want to actually work my way now to get early grapple. Because coming up soon, as you're playing, Matt, we have another major boss fight, which is Kraid. And Kraid, if you can get early grapple, it can lead you to early morph balls. And if you have morph balls, there's something different you can do in the fight. So I want it as a precaution thing. We're gonna need it.
He did. See, when I first played this mode, most of my deaths came from Kraid. Thing is, though, like it took me until like half my attempts to realize, hey, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should go get
Maybe I shouldn't. You'll fight him. Maybe I should have skipped him. Who needs Kraid? I don't actually think it's possible to really skip Kraid on a route. I think you actually do need to fight him because of the power. Especially in a speedrun route, you want the more powerful beam anyways. Because it can clip through walls a little bit easier. I believe this is the way that can lead to it, right? Yeah, this leads to crates, not yet. And that roars to signify, please come fight me. And I'm over here like, no.
No, not yet.
I got some business to do. Go do it. Do I have enough for that? Hang on. Give me that. No, it's a Shine Spark anyways, or Speed Booster. For some reason I thought it was something. Actually, I don't even think I can do anything at all over here. Yeah, that's just a shortcut thing, which if I had bombs, I can get up there now, or the grapple, but neither one. I was trying to remember what that room specifically had, because I've only went in there for like one playthrough, and that was the first one. Reverse strikes again.
He's not liking this, Lister. My cat's not liking this.
Stop dying, please.
Stop dying, please.
A faster way. Actually, it might just be faster to go through the enemy zone. Now thinking about it. Because now with Morph Ball, I can take a lot more shortcuts. Trying to think like the fastest route out of here, and it might just be go up here, up and around, cut through. Okay, yeah, I think I got an idea. That's just like here. And this, I think you need bombs to even get to. Yeah, 'cause you can't really crouch in this game. The missiles won't go through there. Because that does have an expansion. I think it's just missiles, though. Luckily, this section, I'm not gonna, no, I'm not gonna finish that sentence because of you, because I know what's gonna happen. Okay, now I can say it. Luckily, this section is gonna be as bad because I don't have to go the long way. I can just go the short way. Let's go through here. And we're already out.
I was just waiting for foot and mouth.
Yeah,
He's
gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Oh, he didn't do it. I can't remember like the actual proper route you're supposed to do for this grapple to morph ball thing in like a speedrun sense, so you don't waste time. So I'm probably doing things a little more out of order, but it doesn't matter. 'Cause I think what you are supposed to do is you're supposed to take the warp into Dairon to do this whole section.
Yeah.
If you're trying to do things optimally, but I don't remember where that is. And I'm right in front of Kraid. I don't care about my time on this, so I already unlocked everything that you get for beating the game in a short amount of time.
Yeah, we're not speed. You're not speedrun. This is your first time playing
This mode speedrun? No, that ain't happening.
Speedrun dread mode. Who do you think I am?
People do it.
Oats and goats?
He tried. Did he ever actually get a proper deathless? I know he's like every time he's attempted, he's died.
Yeah, I don't know if he has or not.
Because it's very hard to obviously do a deathless of something like this.
Yeah.
Just because of one little mistake, which is very easy to just do. The nerves get the better of you in a lot of situations. Alright, so here's where I need to go for the whole early section. I just want to give me a quick little thing.
I didn't think to do a sliding jump to get that missile, that energy tank. I was like, how the heck am I supposed to do this by jumping?
I mean, you're supposed to wait until you get gravity, because then you can move freely.
And then I forget. I'm like, oh, I have a slide.
Well, I mean, nothing really in the game kind of signifies you can jump out of a slide, though, like that. Because that's a Donkey Kong Country style jump out of slide. So that doesn't feel intended. But it's like a side effect of how the slide works.
One generator in this area. There is another sector above you still suffering from the blackout. Find the next generator and reactivate it. You are slowly recovering your abilities. I have still not established what happened to you physically. Don't let your guard down. Your primary objective is to survive. Proceed with the utmost care.
Alright, how many times is it going to take for me to make these set of jumps to get to grapple? That's the million-dollar question right now. That's why we go save, just so we don't have to go through everything again. Okay, well, already a bad start. I got the jump, but I missed the dang wall jump part. I didn't expect to get it. I don't know why. And I stopped doing that. Stop doing that.
Yep. What's wrong with you?
Good question. All right, there's part 1, but honestly, that's the easy one for me. This one's hard. That's why. All right, I'm just gonna hit this button now because it's gonna happen here in a second. And there it is. That one's hard because you gotta make it very, very precisely. If you jump too early or too late, you're not gonna make the ledge. So that's one I always struggle with. It took me like, I think 10 plus attempts to even get that specific jump after I learned the timing for the first one. That's why it helps I have enough E-tanks to at least attempt the first one a couple times, but the second one, no matter what, is GG's if I fail it. God, dude. It's like the wall jumping timing's off. I'm doing it too early. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm doing it too early. There we go. Okay, it was only 2 attempts. That's not bad.
Okay. That's
I was expecting worse, actually.
Now we're going back to Artaria.
Yeah. Because all we're doing here is just to get the grapple. We can't do anything else in this section. If we try to go through a certain part of it, we'll be stuck. Because you need speed booster. So I gotta be careful where we go. Deviate from the path too much and it will be a dead game situation where I will need to reload a checkpoint or save.
Go make a sandwich, go get coffee.
And I don't know why it's that bad. You're not really loading too much data up in these sections, but I guess it is a lot. Even on digital, this game can take a bit to load, so it's a little disappointing. I know it's like the one major point this game does have for people, and it's fair. It does take a while to load. There we go. Not supposed to have this right now. This is like a later thing to do. Like, you're not supposed to get this until you get the morph ball bombs at least. I can't remember the full set of things you need for this just because of this trick now. Well, those. You forget how to do it the intended way because you just do it the unintended because it's easier. That's all we're here for. We go the other way, we will get stuck. So we're not going that way. There's no reason to. Just check my messages and make sure Adam didn't send me anything. Okay, no he didn't. Well, are we there yet? Okay, thank God. Man, it'd be something if an elevator jammed here. Unlike Fusion, you'd just be stuck. There's nothing you can do. Ooh, mysterious. Won't be using that until hour 10. That's literally the last item in the game you get. That is the last upgrade. So we're not going to be able to know what that even is until that point. I think I continue going this way. That's when I get to our next area, which I can go get Flash Step now. I might make some bosses easier. Yeah, this leads to Flash Step. Also leads to death. Also leads to death. I'm right here. I might as well at least do some of it. Didn't think he was gonna lunge just yet. I thought I had another second.
Oh, oops.
The hubris. Oh wait, no, I gotta do this. That's right. This is for the morph balls, so I do need to. We'll do this and then probably. Yeah, I'm confusing my own route of what I want to do because at this point it opens up when you start sequence breaking. You can kind of do whatever you want. And then these guys are fast. There's no way I'm gonna kill it normally, so I do have to do the counter, which obviously a risk versus reward problem. At least I'm checkpointed here, so it's not that big of a trek. Good to know it's not big of a trek. I heard that for a second, though. When I got hit, I think I got put down to red health. I heard the beep beep sound. So if this was hard mode, I would almost die anyways.
Yeah.
I have next to no health, and these guys do like a whole E-tank. And then I can still clip you from the thing ledge. Man, I'm not gonna get out of this room at this rate. Stop dying. So get a move on, and then I should be okay. Famous last words. I gotta go get power. I don't think this area has any enemies, so it's fine to bum rush. Yeah, then you get the here.
It is never a good idea to bum rush.
I mean, I don't know, when there's nothing here, nothing can kill me, right? No, you'll still drown. You'll find a way.
You'll find something.
Stub your toe on the floor. That counts as a sharp object, kid.
Remember, Samus is made out of wet noodle.
In this mode, yeah. There we go. Now we can do the quick kill against Kraid and also do other things. So we're not supposed to technically get to this until after that point.
Yeah.
That's why getting it early can definitely unlock stuff way earlier than intended and also do some unexpected things. I mean, there's all Easter egg kill with Kraid if you get this.
It's funny how the devs put that in there. Because they know you could do it.
They also just recently discovered, too, that there's a similar idea with the flash step, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You could do the same with flash step. You can get some extra damage on Kraid if you... It's just like, they just don't like Kraid for some reason.
I know, right, gosh. Kraid just has all these problems when you come in with all the abilities.
I was just so happy when I saw my boy came back. I was like, oh, Kraid came back. I'm so happy. And then I'm about to see all this stuff about all of these secret kills. I'm like, man, Mercury Scheme, you must really hate my boy now, don't you?
It's like, wow, this is mean. Nothing to see her. Nothing to see here.
You stupid Emmy. Go away.
This is the worst one, too, because it's the fastest. This is always the one that can catch you when you don't expect it.
And, oh. And you get good with the timing of that one.
I don't know how I am. I never do that. I never normally could do that.
I'm sure that was a death.
I think, should I go this way back? Probably. You thought too long! Coming for you! God, I
You
can't
thought
even sit
about
there and
that too
think.
long.
I think I made it outside, so it should be okay. Yeah. I'm like, oh, well, should I go this way? Should I go that way? And obviously that guy made his own decision, so it didn't matter. Because I can't get anywhere here because of the speed booster blocks.
Need that speed booster, man.
So I think I am better off probably just going back now to Kraid at this point. Just thinking about like what I can do. Problem I have with the flash step idea is that I'm afraid of not being able to even use it correctly and dying. So I'm afraid of that actually causing more deaths. As cool as it would be to even try it. Because I can get it right now. I've done that actually when I did this route in my hard mode playthrough. I got flash step first because I thought I needed it for whatever reason. It didn't.
Nice to have though. It really helps in boss fights.
That's true, yeah.
Flash
We
step
gotta
is
go
like,
that direction after Kraid anyway, so that's why it's like we won't have to leave and come back just to continue. That's why it just makes
dude,
sense to probably get this now.
Flash step is really, really good. I think it's one of the better abilities that they add in this game.
Oh yeah, easily. Just because of it being, especially for a mode like this, really good to get you out of a bad situation.
Yeah. Except, you know, spin jump, because whoever thought that was a good idea. I mean, like, I think the double jump is a good idea. It's just like,
Yeah.
you should have given it to me earlier.
The timing is the problem.
Yeah.
By the time you get it, it's like an hour later and you replace it. Like that life.
Yeah.
How much swing do you need for that? I've never gotten this before for grapple, so it's like, man, this should be easier than it actually is, but it's not.
Lester, you have bomb jumps.
There's also that at this point, so, I mean, this is supposed to be the easier thing to do, so I'm trying to get it with this.
Easier may not always be practical.
At this point...
Actually, that's probably not a good idea.
It's like, I regret this decision.
Yeah, I just gotta follow yeah. Never mind.
It's like, wait a minute.
You got it.
Stop. You're gonna die. No, I'm good.
I regret asking.
Oh, I thought that was a projectile. Like, no, 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 no. Oh, of course, after all that. After all that. Of course, man. It's the stray lunger.
Guess what? You gotta get that missile tank.
Yeah, because it checkpoints me before the... Oh, it's even way... Oh, I hate this one. Why is this checkpoint the worst one? Why am I back here every time? I was hoping for another one at this point, but nah, I guess I understand why I haven't gotten one yet. I'm gonna counter you this time. I gotta build up more momentum. I'm thinking like at the apex of the swing, but that ain't working. So you can tell I rarely ever use grapple as its intended method. I just used it for opening doors and to climb up those grapple walls, and that's pretty much it.
At least it's better used than...
Thought that hit the platform, not me.
At least it's better used than most other games.
Yeah, because most other games immediately just, as soon as you get it, it's worthless. Like, one of the best examples is actually Metroid Prime 1. Okay, I see how it is. Metroid Prime 1, you get it so late, even though it was in the tutorial, so by the time you get it, you don't use it much. And then Prime 2 immediately gets replaced with Screw Attack. Actually, Prime 3 is almost the same, so you know what? All the Prime games don't really use grapple that well. I mean, the grapple hook idea for 3 is the best use of it in that series, and even then,
Yeah.
it's technically a different power. It's not the same. Because grapple hook and grapple beam were separated into like 2 different things for that game. This one is basically all in one. It's a grapple hook and a beam. Okay, I must have killed it. I really don't get much momentum from the swings, I just gotta remember that. I don't care if there's a checkpoint or not, I'm just not doing that again. I was there for way too long. Just to leave the area alone, game was close to 10 deaths. Nah, that's embarrassing.
I told you it's gonna
That's
get
his
worse,
mode for you,
man.
though. That's his mode for you.
It's just gonna get worse.
Man, to think a speedrun would be almost at the ship by now. What's this scrub doing? Dying 39 times?
Make it sound like it's like yeah, the 39's a lot of deaths. Like I told you, I did die like 600 times in my playthrough.
I mean, it's a lot, but in the grand scheme, with how this mode works, it's really not that much yet. That's the key word, yet. That could easily change.
Yeah.
As of right now, it's alright. Manageable. Now, how do they explain... How do you explain that? How do you explain how this Kraid is here? Because I think it's like... Kraid's not like a specific person. It's a species, unlike Ridley. Like, this is not the same Kraid as he would have fought back in Metroid 1. It's like a whole different Kraid.
Yeah.
Like something like that, if I hear. Because when you think about it, yeah, why is Kraid back? That's random, but it's not the same Kraid.
Yeah, it's not the same Kraid from what I gather. Yeah, watch your step, Lester. Just going through them tight corners. Or tight tunnels.
Oh, well, I'm killing you normally. So maybe I should. Alright, this mode is just whole foot and mouth mode. That's all. Can we just rename it?
Yeah.
Just rename it now. Ah! Of course I wasn't checkpointing past. Why didn't this one checkpoint me past the E.M.M.I area? That was a long run. Like, that's what I meant before with the checkpoint system. Sometimes it'll checkpoint you where you think. Sometimes it won't. It depends on what you did. I didn't do enough to consider the game to give me a checkpoint yet. And there's no real save near that area. That's why I was hoping there was going to be a checkpoint.
Oh, Kirby
Let
and
me
the
check
Crystal
them out.
Shards. Kirby and the Crystal Shards is now on Switch Online now.
Well, that's early, because it was supposed to come out tomorrow, but it's here now.
Yeah.
Like a little or like a couple hours. I still thought it was a little bit of a missed opportunity. I still think it was a little bit of a missed opportunity for them not to put it out around the time Forgotten Land was released, but it also made sense just because you don't want to overshadow one Kirby game with another
Yeah.
you can just get for free essentially if you have the service.
Yeah.
So I
I
get it.
agree with you.
I thought it was going to be within like a month. Like I thought it was going to be the April release instead of Mario Golf. Mario Golf felt like the weirder one when it came out. Just because it was like, wait, I thought that'd be Kirby. I'm probably not the only one who thought that, just for that reason. Because they try to make releases of like certain games on that service tie in with like another one if they can.
Yeah.
But also like not to overshadow the other games too, if that makes sense. Because I know Nintendo definitely wanted this Kirby game to really sell, with it being like the first 3D game, so it was a good marketing push. First 3D game, we want that one to do good.
And it did a good job.
Oh yeah, I mean, this game has been doing really good on sales numbers. I'm not doing really good on death numbers, though. This one did really good on sales numbers so far. Like, is it on pace for outselling the last one on Switch, Star Allies, or is it like on par with those sales so far?
It's almost the same as Star Allies.
Okay,
But
so
Star
it's on
Allies
par.
is still winning right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that came out like within the first year of the system, so I'm not very surprised. Like that was 2018, so I had plenty of time to, you know, be out in the public for sales compared to this game. But that's fast though. Within 2 months, it's already catching up to like a 4-year-old game. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah. This game is literally on 2.9 million. It's the best-selling Metroid game of all time.
Yeah, this one just recently became the best-selling in the whole series. Like outselling the original bestseller, which was Metroid Prime 1. I didn't know it was Prime 1. I thought it'd be Super for some reason.
Yeah.
Just because of the
Prime 1
GameCube
was-
sales.
Prime 1 was the best-selling Metroid game. Oh god, this is the part. No, I was just waiting for you to run
Just
into that
run into
guy.
a random guy, yeah.
Yeah. Camera zoomed in on this part always bothers me. You can run into enemies real easily.
Oh yeah, it's very easy to do that by mistake. But now I should be coming up to a checkpoint at least, so I should be
No.
okay. But once you get
No,
to like around Kraid, that is a checkpoint. They will
Yeah.
not give you
Okay,
a boss
here.
fight with no checkpoint.
This
That
is the
shouldn't
this.
bother.
Yeah, you're right. This is a checkpoint. Sorry.
Nah, it's fine. I don't think there's anything down there. If it is, I gotta use the morph balls, and it's just not worth it. I will die.
Have you died to the boss door before?
No, I have not.
I have. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean they do a lot of damage, so I can see why.
All right,
Here we go.
great. Let's see how long.
Crack
this
them
is
knuckles,
gonna
get
be.
ready. Now the nice thing about this fight is that if I do have an issue, the quick kill can get me out of it, because apparently that doesn't one-shot KO you. I thought it would when you're taking damage inside of his belly. So if I can't do the normal way, because I'm going to try that first, I can do the quick kill, which is why we went out of our way for bombs. I gotta be careful here and pay attention to what he's doing. again? You just spat out your food. I almost walked right into that one. I thought it was destroyed for some reason. Oh! It was literally one shot away from being destroyed. Those are the worst part. It's not his normal attacks that'll get you, it's the random projectile. Well, now I want to test something for science. We got the checkpoint. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, although, now thinking about it, that's something I have to collect every single time now. So that's gonna be a problem.
Oh god.
I mean, 80 health at this point, normally that'd be scary. In Dread mode, it does not matter. It really does not. Those 2 extra missiles can make a huge difference for a fight like this. So I'm going to be using a lot of missiles. Really? Barely clipped my foot!
Look at all them health
My
pickups.
foot is like here and the fire's here. I was like, that's good enough.
Look at all them health pickups.
Man, it'd be nice if I could use any of them, right?
Yeah.
Check the missile count. Yeah, I gotta do this again. Wait, no, I don't. It's open. Hang on. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I killed myself because I didn't pay attention. For some reason, I thought that was 2 less. Now that was entirely on me being dumb. Like, at least 10% of the deaths, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, pay attention to your health next time. You had 99 with fully tanks going into the fight before. I'm surprised the checkpoint in the missile. I wouldn't think it would checkpoint again.
I think it's whenever you enter that door, it does check.
Really? Alright, I guess we're doing this again. I was gonna say, there has to be, like, next to no health left for that phase, because I could have swore he would be transitioning. I think I was right on that.
Yeah. So we're doing it legit.
I'm gonna try legit at least. Because the quick kill will instantly end the fight. So I'm wanting at least some of that challenge. I hit the... Alright. I hit the button to do the counter as he punched me, so it didn't come out in time.
He did a falcon punch.
Yep.
Straight up.
That's pretty accurate. That was pretty good, though. Like, he was closer to death there than the other attempts, obviously.
Yeah.
I think he had almost no health left. He was close. Okay, I should just stay back at the corner. That was the better strat to aim at these things. I thought maybe I could do the same thing a little bit closer. That could kind of work. No, it can't. Learn that now the hard way.
Stupid fireballs, man.
There we go. Okay, that was a faster phase one.
We trying the legit strat again? Okay.
Yeah, might as well still attempt it. 'Cause that was close before. I'm curious about the counter timing. Okay, no, that there is no counter timing there. That's not the punch. He does another punch similar to that as a counter.
Yeah.
And I thought it was that one. That's just the instant punch. You gotta dodge it. Should probably give him one more serious attempt before you even consider the quick kill. Wow, that was frame
What?
perfect. I thought it hit
How
me.
did you not?
I thought it hit
how,
me.
How did
I
it
did
not
destroy
kill
it though, to be fair, so I wouldn't have died regardless. It was just a little too close for comfort. Man, he should have died. Please die.
Please die.
You're welcome. I did this for you. I'm
Was
gonna
that
go
on
cry
purpose?
now. I'm gonna go cry now.
I'm guessing that wasn't on purpose.
No. No. Oh yeah, you're not wrong. You checkpoint going into the crate fight. That's why I have 50 health here.
Like it matters. Actually, it might matter.
I mean, if I touch lava, again, it will.
I mean,
Lava
if
now
you
might
did
be a
the
1-hit
quick-
KO.
If you did the quick kill, I mean,
Well, I'm gonna get health back from his drop, so that's fine. Doesn't matter on
Oh.
that front. And plus, if I think it's not enough, I can pop into the top area really fast just to grab some health from an enemy. Now thinking about it, I might just do that. No, that's not what I wanted. It's why they give you this little pocket, so if you want to leave, you can. And if I just counter these guys real quick, I'll be at full health. Like, just one of these alone, yeah, that's a full E-tank. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. I'll have more than enough health to tank his attack if I do go for quick kill. So should we try fighting legit again? Or should we just go baby mode and just quick kill it?
try fighting him legit.
That's what I get. That's what I
Okay,
get for
never mind.
considering
Go baby mode then.
I haven't even gotten to that part again. That's the worst part. Yeah, that way we can get a move on. Because I will be doing a quick kill to another boss later anyway, so... This won't be the first time we're doing this. I mean, you've kind of seen the gist of the fight anyway, so now I want to just get out of here. That's why we went for the morph ball bombs anyways.
Baby mode, activate.
Yeah,
Yeet.
do it. I'm surprised this does not one-hit KO you, because I guess it is considered a hazard for that reason. Because there's another boss fight later that does have something considered a hazard for its attack, and it one-shots you. I've seen that. And you know,
Yeah.
I think you may know which boss in question that. It's the
I
one where he
don't
like
remember.
spits acid on the floor.
Oh yeah. Are you talking about the experiment?
Yeah, that attack counts
Yeah.
as a one-hit KO in this mode.
Yeah.
Which normally you wouldn't think that'd be the case, because again, it's acid, and normally you can just chip damage
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. But for Dread mode, that's not the case. Now imagine dying on the way to the site, and no one's done that, right? I almost did. Setting it up just in case.
I think
finger
the
was on the save button.
checkpoint, yeah, after the boss anyway.
Oh yeah, I don't have to do the boss again, luckily. But you can imagine, you're here, you're ready to get out, and you die anyways on the way to the power. So it just now feels bad. Can I? Hang on. That's just a shortcut back in. For some reason, I thought I can hit it from this side. Alright, this is the warp back to Dairon I need to take. Or Dairon. I don't know how the heck you're supposed to pronounce half of these
Dairon,
areas
yeah.
in this game.
I always call it Dairon.
Yeah, I think that's how you're supposed to say it, based on its spelling. And what's that? Based on like how Samus Returns was structured, I'm glad at least Mercury kind of took those ideas they introduced with that and made them better for this. Because this warp thing was, I think, also a mechanic in Samus Returns, but a little more
Yeah.
fleshed out here.
Yeah, Samus Returns had a pretty decent a pretty good warp system. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, now this
There,
is when
the
I'm
warp
supposed to go get more
points.
fall bombs.
The warp points were numerous and you know, pretty easy to get to where you needed to go.
Yeah. Like, Samus Returns might as well have just been kind of a prototype for this game, just because it introduced all those ideas that were shown off it for this game. Like, the counter system, the full movement when it came to your aiming, the warp, the Aeon powers, like, all of that was introduced in Samus Returns.
Yeah. That game is so underrated in my honest opinion. I like that game a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, it's really good. Like, I like it a lot, too, just because it has issues, like a lot of games can. But to be fair, it's based off a Game Boy game, so it's only going to have so many fixes to the core design.
Yeah.
You can't really help certain design choices made by the original game, which is kind of where a lot of issues of Samus Returns still kind of lie. It's just its core design.
I like how they actually gave. It was the first. You know, it's funny how that was the first game that actually made Ridley the final boss.
Yeah, because that wasn't the case originally. It's just with this remake, they were able to take some extra, like, story beat elements and put into the game. Ridley was one of them.
I love how Ridley's not even in this game.
Yeah, no, he's not
like-
featured here at all. He's not even mentioned.
No.
I'll just never say if you who cares.
I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah, right
know
now.
at this point in the timeline, Ridley is like completely just dead. Like everything about him is gone.
Yeah. Because at this point in the timeline, he appeared multiple times and multiple incarnations at some point, whether it be original, meta, cloned. So you kind of like been there, done that situation as Samus. So she's probably like, "Thank God, please don't ever come back. I fought you too many times." And that story beat thing, they can only kill and bring back Ridley so many times for plot reasons. I know, like, the most egregious way of how he was in the game, like any of the games, I think was Other M, because it was the same idea as Zero Mission, where it was just, not Zero Mission, Fusion, where it was a clone, it wasn't the original or anything, but the clone came off your suit. They just scraped enough DNA off the suit and it just appeared. And then the whole story beat issue with that in general was another weird anomaly with the fight.
I need to get back to playing that game. I haven't played Other M all the way through.
Yeah, I mean, gameplay-wise, it's a fine game. Story-wise is where it falls apart, but that's understandable based on its structuring. It made a lot of weird design choices because of, just, like, more or less stubbornness from what I've been hearing about. Like, just the ideas that, I can't remember, like,
Sakamoto.
Yeah, Sakamoto, thank you. I couldn't remember his name off the top of my head. Okay. Sakamoto had a lot of ideas that he really wanted to put in the game, and a lot of people did argue him on it, saying it may not work or this could be hard to translate in whatever, and he kind of vetoed a lot of those arguments. So, a lot of the decisions were because of him, unfortunately. Which sometimes can show bullheadedness can kind of become a little problematic for your game. You have to listen to, like, the ideas of others.
Yeah. Give me just a second.
That is fine. Just gonna grapple this so I don't die.
Uploading data.
The lower levels of Burenia are mostly submerged. You will need your gravity suit to operate there at full efficiency. Abilities such as the grapple beam or space jump will help you maneuver underwater to an extent. Find them as soon as possible.
Oh, don't worry, I got one of them. I don't know where the heck space jump is at this point, buddy, though. To be fair, you can't really get space jump before you get to this area. It is past Dairon, or whatever this place. Verneria, that's what it's called. God, I shouldn't have paused! It's past this area. You gotta go through here to get the space jump, so it's a weird thing for them to say. You could use space jump to get through here easier. It's like, yeah, later. So, make a mental note of that. Okay, no, this is a missile recharge. Don't need it. No, you don't. Can't do this section yet either, because that needs, I think it's called storm missiles in this game. They always change the name. I just think of these as seekers. That's what they are.
Yeah, seeker missiles. Storm missiles, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, because they keep on changing the dang names. It's like it's the same thing every time, but just different name. Oh yeah, that's right, I can shoot that one. And then I can go.
Hey, Ethan.
Hey, Ethan, how you doing?
Lester died 54 times.
Yeah, that's about average. In there, thank you.
Nothing wait for enemy just to kill you randomly in the floor. What am I supposed to do with these?
What is this? Worthless. Throws it out. Not good service. You could still use that for lava areas.
Your fingers hurt now. What did you do?
Yeah, what happened? I'm the one going crazy with the finger mashing tonight. Speaking of which, when we get to a certain boss, I might actually get carpal tunnel.
Oh god.
The Canary Mary boss, so to say, of this game.
Yeah.
Like, you'll be matching a lot if you want to do a lot of damage. Nope. Those things suck. Quite literally, so I can't get close. Speaking of sucking.
Oh god, the outline, I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, it's like, if you don't get hit by the one, you're gonna get hit by the other 20.
I knew that was gonna happen.
If you don't count those guys right away, they just get to spit out all their children. So it's like, yeah, hurry up and kill them, or get the counter. Let's see if we can go for the counter this time. There you go. think it's actually faster to move underwater by morphing and unmorphing. It just feels that way for me.
All right, Flashpoint. Flash step.
I was gonna say Flashpoint, but no, that's another game. I think it got remade once, and the remake sucked. At least that's what I heard. This is probably my favorite Aeon ability in the game. Just because of how it works, it's so useful. Even when you get Speed Booster, half the time it's still better to use this for movement. And then it's good for dodging.
Yeah.
Like, I think the worst one is the Phantom Cloak. Just when you really look at it. Like, the scanner's useful when you're, like, first playing, but later playthroughs becomes less useful, so it could objectively be that, but I still find use for the scanning ability every once in a while, but the Cloak I rarely use. Even on the first playthrough, I barely used it. I was better off just avoiding things at that point and just running away.
Oh god. No, I was gonna say, it's gonna spit out
Also, you
his
can't do
soul.
it underwater, so.
Yeah. Fucking original Project Cross Zone for that would be considered cheap. It came to the library security case. I tried to unlock it in the intended way. It didn't work, so I broke into the case. Oh gosh!
Okay, well that explains that. Alright. Well, hopefully, you know, that heals up soon, because that, ugh. That's a weird way we have to kind of get around like an issue. Like a lock case. Thief.
I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that.
Oh yeah, that's how you're supposed to get over here intended. But I'm like, nah. Nah. Let's not. We'll just use grapple because we have it. I'm supposed to go further down for my next objective. I think.
Further
Gotta give
down
me a
in the
minute.
depths of the water.
You gotta give me a minute to think.
I really
never remember
like
this
that.
part.
I really like the atmosphere in this game.
Oh yeah, I can get those now. Yeah, no, the atmosphere here is really good. Like, it sets, like, the right tone in most of these areas, with just its sucky nature. Wait, its core design. Like, the atmosphere of, like, the area's look, or the sound, or, like, music, like, anything you kind of think of. Like, everything kind of, like, builds up to itself in a good way. That's the thing this game does really well, it's just atmosphere building. Which is normally a thing that Metroid games always do, like, a superb job about.
Yeah.
I can't really think of a single Metroid game, even Other M, for as bash as it is, has some really good atmosphere building in a lot of areas.
Yeah.
Like, all the games, in a sense, have some good atmosphere. I don't need to do this, but I'm going to.
Of it. I love this game. This game is amazing.
Out of curiosity, have you done the stupid mode yet, too? Have you done Dreadnought? Okay, that ain't, as soon as I was saying, you were typing it. Never done it. I don't blame you. You don't really need to play Dread mode. I'm just kind of here because, sure. You guys like watching me suffer, right?
Ethan's not stupid like you and me are.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think you guys kind of expected something like this at some point when it was announced, if you followed my stream content over the years, because I've done something like this already with Donkey Kong. Why not Metroid? The same
Donkey
idea.
Kong. You did that Twilight Princess hardcore run. With
Yeah. Although that's probably one of her easier ones just because of how my rule set was designed. It was definitely, like, because I was afraid of the one-hit KO being a problem, and it kind of was in a lot of areas when you respawn with 3 hearts. So it didn't matter if I even got heart containers. I'd probably end up revisiting that at some point with, like, maybe a better, like, structure, just to kind of answer those questions of why are you getting the hearts? Like, well, maybe I won't next time, because it actually didn't matter.
Yeah.
I still want to do one eventually for Wind Waker, too, because it's, like, the same thing with that game.
Yeah.
You can do the hero mode run, which would make it way harder. The only problem with that one is just, in comparison, it's... The only major difference is if you really don't get hearts and you do take some extra damage, but everything else is about the same, and Wind Waker is not that difficult of a game in some areas, and others there are. That's why I thought Twilight Princess would be a better one of those to start those like hard challenges on streams with. Because with something like Wind Waker, it's like, if I'm not in a dungeon, I'm probably not going to struggle. I mean, how the game's paced, you don't get to dungeons for a while.
I did maddening mode in Fire Emblem 3 Houses. That's enough for me. I don't blame you, man.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's crazy. Don't you just love it when Nintendo decides, oh, we're just gonna put this balls to the wall hard difficulty.
This one was the most random because no one really expected it. It came out of nowhere because the major complaint this game has for a lot of people is that it's too hard. So what did they do? Add a harder difficulty than hard mode. It's like, alright, well, I wasn't expecting this today, but here we are. I mean, I don't really think hard mode is much different compared to normal, so I'm glad that they introduced something like this. Because hard mode, in comparison to normal, is like, you die maybe a second or two faster. That's about it. But normal mode, you already take a lot of damage, so it really didn't matter. The double damage scaling didn't change much. Now, I'm glad they added something like rookie mode, because that fixed that complaint people had. Game too hard? Well, just play the easy mode. Now it exists. I may need to. We should probably swap the rookie mode.
Rookie mode now is like, yeah, I can finally beat that game and not get stuck in a room.
I haven't played it, though, but from what I can tell, just from what it says, it just sounds like it's the same as normal and hard. The major difference is just the scaling on your damage output.
Yeah.
So you don't take as much damage from things. I don't think it changes like the waypoint system or anything.
I think the enemies drop better health items too.
Yeah, so you would also get health back faster if that's the case.
Yeah.
No, I knew that was gonna happen at one point. Those enemies are terrible. They are absolutely terrible. You're nowhere near them, but their suck radius is so large. Like, they'll suck you in from halfway across the screen.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen too.
I knew at some point too. I don't like those enemies. They're bad. Sorry, I needed a second to breathe. I'm not allowed to have that. Like, instant karma. I just want to look at a stinking map here for a second. Yeah, I gotta take the shutter. I don't know where I was going before. I got myself killed for no reason because I was lost. Man, maybe that God of War dev was onto something. That wasn't. Play other games and the same stuff happens, dude. Maybe 2 hits would have been more fair. Yeah, I mean, technically. But that's kind of the point of the mode, so I don't really fault it for that. It was meant just to be, like, the stupid difficult mode. And hence why it's just even called Dread. Because, like, even the name implies, yeah, you're not going to have fun with this.
It's not supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a challenge. You're doing much better progress than I have, though. But like I said, it took me 15 hours to do this, and at the point where you're at, I think that was a whole day's worth of progress. You know,
I mean, that's the case, and yeah, that is a good pace still that we're having.
You're doing better than I did. But then again, I didn't expect anything better. You're better video games than I am, Lester. So.
Wait, I like how you were now. I didn't expect anything better. Wait, so you expected me to suck?
No.
I know what you mean. It's fine.
Didn't mean it that way. Yeah.
Also, am I the only one on the first playthrough who knew you can do up to 2 dashes with the flash ship for some reason? No, you can do up to 3. I don't know why. I never thought to do a third one. Because I thought I was out of energy when I got the 2.
One either.
Okay, good. I'm not the only one. Everyone here is saying. I thought it was only 2.
I thought it was 2.
No, it's up to 3. I didn't learn that until after I beat the game and watched other people play it. Like, wait, you can do 3? You have enough energy for that? Okay. Let me try that. Oh, hey, it worked. I will say we are a little bit farther than I was expecting based on nerves. So I was expecting nerves to still keep me back to crate at this point. At like the furthest. Just because you make one mistake, you make 20. But it really did help, like going back to the idea. It really did help. I did a hard mode playthrough right before this, just because it familiarized myself with the game again. Okay, maybe it didn't. I gotta go play rookie mode instead. Every time. Why do I speak? Every time I'm trying to compliment like a design decision or like a good idea I had or something, the game's like, nope, die. Every time, and it doesn't cease to fail. I was just checking the corner. I thought there was a missile pack there. What missiles? No, there's no missiles, so I died for nothing. That feel. Thank goodness I have grapple here, because I cannot move for any speed here. Oh yeah, that's right, the speed booster can't go that way yet either. Give me your stuff, please, thank you. Oh. Yeah, here we go. I was gonna say, we're coming up to this portion, so we should be able to get speed booster here in a sec. And thus, here we are. There we go. We haven't died to one of the brains yet. That's at least a nice thing to say. That's gonna end soon. Doubly so when I can start doing risky strats.
Waiting for when you do eventual like last one. Last one's hard.
I was gonna say the last one should be easy at that point because I'll have both speed boost or the shine spark into it to destroy the shell, and then screw attack the one shot the brain. So if I die there, I got a problem. Think he comes from this way? Yes. Also, he's too fast.
Too fast. Too fast.
He
Too
is.
fast,
That's the
5G.
problem with this one. This one is the fastest. He's the worst one to get. Alright, at least I can hit him from here, so that's fine. And actually, this thing's almost destroyed. A little bit more. Charge. There we go. Okay. We also haven't died from an E.M.M.I yet when it comes to the, like, the rushing sequence like this, because we died at other enemies in other ways. But this section we haven't failed yet. I'm wanting to keep that up, because so far we're 3 for 3. That's half of them. If I keep that up, then maybe we have a chance. Also, this is probably my favorite ability in the game, just flat out. Due to just how it controls now. It's gonna make things so much better.
So much. Speed booster is so good in this game.
Yeah. Remember dying the first enemy? Yeah, I think I have 2 in the sequence, because that's when you're first learning how it works, so it's very easy to still, like, just make a mistake and die.
Yeah. It took me a while to get the timing down. The counters too.
This is why I love Speed Booster in this game. It's so good.
Yeah, Speed Booster's fun.
No. If I could have held it here, then this would have skipped a little charge sequence, but that's fine.
And you just wanted to skip that cutscene, didn't you?
Yeah, with the morph ball thing. Like, you don't have to watch it if you do that.
You almost slid into that dude.
It didn't matter. I
Yeah,
shot.
got shot all
I had
over.
to sit there for a second to charge my beam, and I forgot he was aiming at me. It's like, oh no. Oh no. It's always when you don't pay attention. Always. Wait, was this the, Okay. No, this is right after we... Oh, I gotta get this thing missile again. That's fine. We got to do the fun stuff. I want to charge it from here. Yeah, it's fun. Too early, dude. I want this. Choo choo. All aboard the speed train.
Choo choo ka-choo.
Now let me see if I can actually like hold the shine. Yeah, there you go. That's what I wanted to do, because then I could just go right in here with the speed booster. So cool. If you can get that, that saves time, and it just looks cool. So you're fast and flashy. Not again. We're not falling for that twice. I think, don't you need power for power? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
worthless.
you need trade one power for one power.
That's pretty much what you're doing.
I love how in this game, if
I cleared him.
if you pass if you get a power bomb expansion before you get power bombs, they're just like they let you collect it anyways.
Yep, it doesn't matter. You get it early, which is nice. It helps.
Yeah.
Because then when you get to that section, like we have one right now, so that will actually start us off with 3 instead of the normal 2. So getting one early is actually beneficial. If you can find them early and actually get to them, it's preferred. Because like in every other game, you couldn't do that. Like the best you were able to do was like Zero Mission with like the unknown items. Like that's kind of like a throwback to unknown. You know, I want to lock this at least. Wait, no, is that even a good? No, I better just go the intended way instead of doing a weird skip that really doesn't matter. Excuse me, meep. Coming through. I just want to do that because it looked cool, okay? It's like there was no reason to hold your shine there. There really wasn't.
But I wanted to do it anyways.
Now we can leave up to, yeah, Ferenia. I believe this is where you're supposed to go next anyways, intended route.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're supposed to go here because then you meet... Like,
White Room.
yeah, I couldn't remember his name. Main Jozo guy. Good guy. He's real chill. We hang out on Tuesdays. And he helps you out in the section by shutting down enemies for a little bit. So you have to go here. And also introduce, like, the first of, like, the many mini-boss types that we're going to run into. Like, those guardian creatures.
You're going to have fun with those. I mean,
Yeah.
the one
there's certain
robot's
ones I'm
going to be
really
fine.
worried about.
Yeah, the robots are okay. They're predictable patterns. And Same goes for the soldiers. It's just when they throw 2 in the mix. That's when it
Yeah,
gets a little bit
when there's 2 of them, it becomes a lot worse. Although once you get the, once you get yourself, I forgot the focus. Once you get yourself plasma beam, they become a little bit easier because then you can do the mashing strats. Because once they start like getting armor, you can't mash through your beams. It just doesn't work. And these guys right now, we cannot do that because they have armor.
Yeah.
So that's why it's gonna help later once we get plasma. Like we won't have to worry about it anymore. And here's your lore dump. Like, if you need to take a minute to do anything else, this is your time, because this is the longest cutscene in the game. Next to, like, the ending cutscenes. Because to be fair, you really don't get many cutscenes in this game. It's like a handful spread out throughout your adventure. And it's like one of the only times you get it.
Yeah.
The beginning, middle, and ending is where you really get story dumped, and then the rest of it's the usual Metroid fare. Takes a backseat. Lore building as you go. Also, I love how in this section they kind of do a little more of like a throwback thing, because I think this was a thing in the manga where Chozos, they can't speak English, so they talk their native tongue. But no game has Samus doing that. This is the one game that they do have Samus talking to Chozo.
And then it's just like when you come to realization, you're like, oh my gosh, that makes sense, because she was raised by Chozo. Of course she would know their language.
Yep, exactly.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This whole scene made me fanboy the whole first time I watched it.
This and like another one later, I was the same way because I wasn't expecting the Chozo language. It's doubly so from Samus.
I just wasn't expecting this whole entire game to be like, oh my gosh, we actually get to see Chozo in this game.
Yeah. And we learn more about them too. It's like they're not all good. Like there are some bad apples in the mix, which is how this whole plot even began. Because Ravenbeak, the one here we're seeing, and the one we met in the beginning, is a Chozo, but he's not on the same side. He wants power for himself. He wants to take over the universe, essentially. He wanted the power of Metroids, specifically, and since we killed the Metroids in previous adventures, this kind of complicates things for him, so he's trying to find different ways to get his same goals accomplished.
It was so cool just hearing Samus talking and native Chozo.
Yeah.
It was just so cool.
Because outside of Other M, this is the only other game she actually talks. And it's really, I think it's just this scene. She doesn't talk for anything else.
I mean, she yells.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, when she has like her own grunts and yells, like that's a whole different thing. But like a proper like conversation, she never really has in the games.
Yeah.
Like when they introduced the idea of voice acting in the Metroid series of Prime 3, she was the silent protagonist. She pretty much talked non-stop in Other M, but that was like a whole other reason why. It was like a narrative reason. But outside of Other M, she never talks. So the one time she talks here is surprising. And it made sense for lore building reasons. Like now it makes sense when they do this stuff. Also, you learn more about your previous mission. Like, he's talking about the X-Parasites and SR-388. It's like you start learning more about why the X were such a problem, too. Like, you can really tell they were intending, like, they said this was going to be the last game in the timeline for, like, the core Metroid series, like the numbered 1 through 5. But you can really tell, with how this game was structured and story, they wanted to clean up all loose ends. And they basically did. I mean, not to spoil how the ending goes, but they made one new one. But they usually do that in Metroid games, so that's nothing new.
E.M.M.I marhuma satari lin ashkar behek. Tamus arlan, veje Ghavoran. Ninu Javar kumane humdos, levolen ilimathroid.
And here's the real plot twist. Your Metroid DNA still works. And he wants it. That's what the E.M.M.Is are doing. They're trying to drain out your DNA.
Sorry, I just fanboyed with this scene. This
It's
whole
good.
entire
It's
scene,
so
I
good.
was so fanboy. I was like, oh my god.
Also, I will say on the first playthrough, if you do skip this cutscene, you don't know where to go next because you don't see that part of the map. You don't know there's a section opened up in the previous era. It's like, oh, oops. Because I've seen some people like skip cutscenes on first playthroughs and that happens. Like, oh no, that was a mistake, buddy. That was a mistake, buddy.
That was a mistake, but now you gotta watch that cutscene again.
No, luckily you just start in front of the boss fight. Because you can skip it.
No.
'Cause I'm not watching it again, you can skip it. I know you have to
I know you
redo
can.
all this. I'm not watching all that again.
No, I just was trying to be a joke.
Nope, not that. That's the one. That's the one I'm gonna hate. That's the one I'm gonna hate the most. Because it comes out of nowhere. You have like a second or two to react. It's like, hey, pay attention. Gotcha. Just, if you don't pay attention, it will kill you. Can't wait until we get super stuff. Right now, this is the hardest one. Flat out. Or at least it can be. Because,
Yeah.
we have a lot of problems here.
Yep. Not surprised to get killed off. Yep, I was like, no, quiet, no.
Up here, buddy. Nope. Go back up there. Shit, if I can get him over here, that'd be better. Oh, that was the counter one. See, when he does the counter, I'm thinking he's doing the other attack, which you can't counter, and I just get worried.
Yeah. I knew him for like a minute and he died. Yeah, and I
right.
still fanboy.
Tag, you're it. Instant. Instant tag. Didn't even have a chance. I didn't realize he could shoot him that fast. I don't think I've ever seen him do the 3 shots that fast before. Oh, every time. I'm just worried. See, that's normally the speed he does with the attack. So for him to go pew pew pew, I've never seen that before.
Oh, I can already tell you, you died to this thing more than you have Kraid.
No, we died more to Kraid.
Oh, we did?
Yeah. Catching up, though. Catching up.
That's getting that.
Yeah, we're getting to the cap.
I know. I'm waiting for it.
I'm trying to also be nice.
Nice! Nice! Nice!
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
Stream's over,
okay.
everybody. All right. Thank you all for
Alright,
coming
alright.
out, and I'll see you next time where we play something else.
We can't do it anymore. We gotta stop.
Of course, it had to happen. The second we're like, man, where's coming up? It's going to be the funny number. Here's the funny number. Of course, man. Of course.
I was waiting for it. I was just like, man, get there. He's gonna hit it before his night's over with. What did I know? Yeah, he hit it. Thank goodness for automatic
gonna happen.
death counter. Aw.
Yeah,
Man.
I mean, technically, I don't have to hit this button of mine to count it up. The game tracks it. But we're always going to be curious, how many deaths do we really have? Okay, we're really just gonna start off with you weren't paying attention twice. Man, you're mean. Anyone tell you you're mean? Big meanie.
Big meanie.
No. Okay, I was like, do I have enough Aeon for that? Because I need the flash step. It's actually flash shift. I always just call it flash step.
I always call the flash step too. Probably will for.
There you go.
Just
Just wind up the whole time because that does more damage. There. See, the one time I get the shine spark out is the one time I actually get the dang fight done. It's like it was that important.
No, Quiet Road, no.
Why does he look like a pancake now? What did that guy do to you? He rolled you over with the steamroller. What happened?
Amos. He took me to IHOP.
Oh no. That monster. He was supposed to take you to Denny's.
Just reminds me of an old Dragon Ball, like, the animation called, what was it? Dragon Ball P. He's like, he didn't invite me to his birthday party. You monster frisbee!
Yep. I didn't do that the first time. I just fell down and it just did a horizontal shine spark, and let me tell you, that ain't easy. That's like the hardest thing to do. Actually, isn't there anything over? No, okay, I'm thinking of a different elevator. Step on it, please. Thank you. It's like, I'm on the button. Please hit the button. I'm trying to think. Are we coming up soon to early gravity? Nah, kind of. Like, it comes up soon after you get to this part. It's like,
I mean,
you gotta get to another area, technically, and depending on how you play it, you can skip an entire boss.
are we talking about the water boss?
Yeah, you can skip him. I don't know how to do it myself, though, because I'm terrible with that pseudo wave beam thing. If you can do that, that's how you skip it.
Ow.
I can
well,
try it. But I don't want to skip him anyways, because I want to fight the thing. That's kind of the point of this. I want to fight all the bosses. Because that's where we get the number to go up.
Our profile friend has explained why.
That's the whole point, is
now
that'd be
know
funny.
why E.M.M.I are pursuing you.
He's
Samus
actually a
Aran
pancake.
even beat you here. He wants the Metroid DNA
Because
that exists
pancakes
only
are
within
the
you.
best thing ever.
I have confirmed that Quiet Road has deactivated
Everybody's like,
all
oh, I like
remaining
waffles
enemies.
better.
You
Yeah,
could
I
now
like
be
waffles
able to
too.
reach the surface
You monster.
unthreatened.
I'm gonna flatten you for that.
The route Quiet Road opened is in Burenia.
You monster
Confirm there
frisbee.
immediately.
Could I technically get that now? Yeah, it depends on how well I can do things. I'm supposed to come back with cross bonds, but I think if I can do things a little bit different.
Those will have some very memorable sort of name. Yeah, I like the one that raised Samus in the manga. His name was Old Bird or something like that. Let me see.
No, actually, I can't do that now. Like, you really gotta. Yeah, no. I think that's something I can shine spark that. I don't know why. Good going, genius. Stop walking.
Old Bird, that's his name.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Old bird.
Old Bird was his name.
It is a weird name. It's like, what? Wait a minute. That meta, huh?
then you got
Yes.
Wait,
no, don't. I will die.
Grey Voice. Grey Voice was another one.
Win this round.
Then Metroid Prime 3, there was a Chozo statue in the Elysia, Skytown Elysia. His name was Ukwa.
Oh yeah. They have very creative sounding names.
Yeah.
I don't know if like they are all Native American based, Ethan. I know some of them kind of are inspired by that.
Yeah. So I think the concept of the Chozo was mostly Native American.
Yeah. Or at least like original
Yeah.
ideas of that.
There's this one YouTuber, the Metroid YouTuber I watch. His name was Orpheon, and he he knows most of the time he just like try to explain certain things in Metroid. It's just like, well, bird magic.
I mean, sometimes you can't really explain it. It's good enough.
Bird magic.
It's like, yeah, there are some things that are definitely hard to explain, but the Chozo are usually the root.
How does Samus turn into a ball? Bird magic.
No, I remember this one now. Hang on.
Oh god. Are we trying to get Screw Attack early?
This is not how you do it, I don't think.
Okay.
By the way, I don't think I can do this again. I think I have too little energy, so prepare for the number to go up.
Prepared. I'm always prepared for the number to go up.
Well, GG's. There's an expansion up there. I just can't remember if I can even get it now, technically, because you got to shine spark up a slope. But then there's more to it than just that. To be fair, this is kind of stupid. I shouldn't be here doing this. I gotta go. There's other things I gotta go do.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
energy
try
does
that again.
have some use. Yeah, energy does have some use in Dread mode. It's only for environmental damage.
Yeah, it's pretty much just that in that alone. So you can take chip damage from mainly ice and lava.
It's basically that way you can get through these, because you don't want to accidentally enter a door where it's freezing and just die instantly. That's a little cheap. So they made it so that, you know, I mean, not to know that everything else in this game is cheap.
I was gonna say, that's kind of the whole mode's point, so.
Yeah.
Why? 360 no scope. Get him. Like, he wasn't even aiming at me. I was nowhere near that turret. He just really didn't like me. Jeez, man.
Just like everything else in this game?
Yeah. No Fido. No Fido. I can't play now. I'm a little busy. You enter through the door and enemy grabs you and chokeholds you as soon as you enter. Yeah, that still happens. No matter what mode you play, that's an instant death if you don't get the counter. So you better hope you're good with the counter timing for that. And that's happened to me on the first playthrough. I walked through a door and suddenly, E.M.M.I, oh no, I'm dead. Like, that just, you can't avoid. No matter what. And that sucks. I mean, I actually had that already happen earlier tonight with one of the E.M.M.Is. I dropped right on its head because it was out of camera range.
Hi, E.M.M.I.
There was a guy in the lobby looking into saying Kirby's fan, and I was thinking, I know what his favorite game is.
It's Metroid. Mario.
Okay. Yeah, I see those once in a while. I enter a lobby, it's like they'll be named after a character or something from a different game. Like, well, I can already tell what you like.
And then you got ones that are just named Jesus.
Or even like worse. Like I actually seen slang names in there before, like racial slang. It's like, oh great.
Oh, great. Thanks, Nintendo. Really catching on that stuff, but, you know,
Yep.
I can't nickname
It's because they put a
Pokemon.
slight slash in there. It's like, it's good enough. We can get your censor from that one, right?
But, you know, I
Actually, I
can't
can just go this
nickname a Pokemon. Bad word.
You can't trade one of them because it has a name that sounds like a curse word. Kafakers, you can't trade because of, well, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that word.
Yeah.
I know which
it's like,
one.
oops. Maybe we shouldn't have named him that. Like, he has one of the worst names. Like, you can't, I don't even think you can trade that thing even if you nickname it. It's just like, it's screwed. I think they fixed that now, but back when it was first introduced, you were just screwed if you wanted one of those from a trade.
That's why you don't want to trade.
Nah.
I'll be right back, bro.
Alright. I think I killed him as I died. Of course. Now I gotta go get the missile pack again. It's like every time, man. It's like I get the collectible and I stub my toe. And I'm back here. Yep, that's easy to stub my toe 3 more times at least. 4 more times at least. They hit triple digits before we end tonight? That's a very strong possibility at this rate. Hope not. Still easier at this point to counter them than to actually fight them normally, because they're so fast. Those enemies are just bad to fight normally. Sarah's feet must be pretty banged up at this point. They're all stuffed toes. Yeah, you would think at this point, even the armor suit's not enough. Are you kidding me? I flash shifted through that. Then I can go over its head. Guess that's a nope. And then the hitbox is jank, okay. I made a mistake coming to the map room. I thought, you know, man, we can get a map. Make this a little bit easier. Are you serious? I counted him! How did, wait a minute! I countered, and then it's like, nah, you didn't, man. You got the stun, you didn't get it for long enough. We'll give you like 2 milliseconds. Why does that happen? That's the second time tonight I countered something, and then I just ignored it. Why? I gotta take a risk with you. Just immediately speed through him. Because that one didn't kill me like the other guy. Or like him. Didn't kill me like him. That guy did a good job. I'll find a different route at this rate. This one's dangerous.
Alright, I'm back. I'm sorry. So, did I miss anything? Any funny
Not a
bits?
thing. I'm still here.
Oh, in the same spot?
Yep. Exact
Oh.
same spot.
Okay, and I see you went up 5 deaths since I came back when I
I
left.
told you missed nothing.
Well.
So wow, that bad, huh? Yeah. Yeah, that bad. That bad! That's the second time. I cannot flash shift over those things. They come out before you go over their heads. I don't know how. The thing is like down here when I'm up here above it, and it counts as a death. If the hitbox comes out before the enemy.
It's the same spot.
That'll be close enough. Yeah, it's like one room over, but same exact idea. And every time I gotta come back over here, go get me a missile. 'Cause I want more missiles. It'll make a lot of these fights easier if I have more. So can I just say I'm glad they actually brought back Shine Spark into Morph Ball, because that's like the one thing from Zero Mission they never did again for some reason. Until
Yeah, I don't
this game, I think, actually.
think understand. No, did Fusion have Shine Sparkle?
No, it didn't.
I can't remember.
It came out before Zero Mission. That was a thing they introduced with that. That's why. Way too early on that one. Now the
We
question
gotta
is
hit
that
over-
checkpoint good enough, or is that still like, no, you back to the map room, buddy? Try the map room.
Are we gonna?
It's the map
Are
room,
we
of
gonna
course.
see triple digits tonight?
That's what I was saying before. We're 15 away, and I really don't want to.
We're gonna possibly see triple digits tonight, folks.
The only triple digits I want to see is my missiles. So please
Yeah,
no.
Zero Mission. Zero Mission was a remake of Metroid 1, and
Yep.
it's a good one.
It's
Oh my
way better
gosh.
than the original, because it's impossible to really go back to the original now, in my opinion. It's
Yeah.
very much aged.
I mean, why would you when it's on Zero Mission to begin with?
Technically, if you want to play the original, you play Zero Mission
Play the
because it
original
has
on
it.
Zero Mission.
The
Zero
only
Mission
problem
has
is,
the original.
by today's standards, it's really hard to find Zero Mission, because, you know, when it's pulled from the eShop soon, that's 3 times in a row tonight that's happened. Stop doing that.
But by the way, guys, hey, go buy Zero Mission on the eShop.
Yeah,
Don't
if you
got, like,
want to do it from like a
days.
credit card or PayPal, do it like this week, because I think by the
Yeah.
25th they stop payment methods outside of like adding funds from eShop cards. So it's gonna get way more jank going forward just to buy this stuff, and even then they shut that down in like August or September. It's not much time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because once
Yeah.
that's gone, there's no way to buy Zero Mission at an affordable price, because Zero Mission isn't really re-releasing anything else right now. It's just Wii U eShop.
Same with Fusion.
Yeah, same deal
Unless
there.
unless you had Ambassador 3DS.
Yeah.
It's like the only other way. Yeah, get Fusion too. That I recorded my my revisit of that game on the Wii U. So
Yeah.
it's a good version.
Also, Prime Hunters, that's true. Once it's off of eShop, then you won't be able to do anything but find the original cart. Out of all the 3 games we're talking about, though, maybe that one's, like, if you can't get around to it, it's alright, because the single player on that one is very cookie cutter. It was really meant to be a multiplayer game, and you can tell its design choices. It's very back and forth, and very repetitive, unfortunately. I played
Yeah.
some of it, and I thought it was okay.
I beat Prime Hunters. I thought it was good. They locked the true ending on 100%. So
Yeah, that's true. Actually, no, I don't think it was 100%. I think it was like a weird, janky way of fighting the final boss. Like, you had to, like, know
Oh,
this code to
was it?
fight the boss. Yeah. Like, if you didn't fight the boss in a specific way, you got the bad ending. It's weird.
Okay. Okay.
It's a
never mind.
weird thing. I
was
watched someone do a playthrough of it recently for that reason. It's like, wow, why? normally you just do other things like get 100%. I don't know why they made it so weird in Hunters.
Metroid Prime.
It's confusing.
No Metroid Prime pinball. Unfortunate. Yes,
Man,
very
the
unfortunate.
best game in the series wasn't ported ever, man. That sucks.
The goat didn't make it to Wii U.
Yeah, I mean, it's another pinball game. What do you expect? Although, I did see, like, it has a really hard final boss, apparently. Like, it's not an easy game to actually beat because of just the weird design of bosses. It has a lot of intricate design. It's weird.
But it's pinball.
I know, that's what makes it weird. It's a pinball game where they put bosses in it. It's like the only game I think of off the top of my head that does that is Spinball.
And maybe Pokemon Pinball.
Did the Pokemon pinball games do that too? I couldn't remember.
Yeah, they had boss fights in there.
I'm just gonna yoink you
Yeah,
again.
Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. Yeah, especially the Ruby and Sapphire one I remember now. Yeah, it did have bosses.
The heck are you supposed to make it in there? Let's go do this. No. Just, yeah, it's like, I don't want to... That's like one of the worst ones in the game. They put that guy in such a terrible spot that if you don't put the bomb down in a precise location, you're dead. It's so bad. Like, what am I supposed to do there? They just have to pray you made the shot.
No way of getting the original Pokemon Pinball though, not on VC.
Yeah, because that was, I think, just
I
Game Boy
like it.
Color, right?
Yeah, I still have my copy of the original Pinball.
To be fair, TCG is also... Well, no, actually, no, it did get re-released because that's on 3DS VC.
Yeah, that's on 3DS.
So if you want that, you gotta go get it before it obviously gets delisted there, because I think that's a hard game to find.
Man,
From what I heard, it's a pretty good way of learning how to play the card game. And unlike Yu-Gi-Oh, it at least still hasn't changed to be Magic the Gathering complicated yet. It's complicated, but not nearly as bad as Yu-Gi-Oh got.
That's why I play Yu-Gi-Oh the OG way, man. I
Yeah.
don't.
Oh, speaking of,
I don't even-
did you see the trending on that the other day on Twitter?
Yeah, because Change of Heart became unbanned.
Yeah. After 17
Yeah, I was
years,
like-
it's like, what? All right.
Yeah,
Sure. I didn't even know it was banned.
Okay, so let me explain something.
Makes sense why.
Because I'm a big Yu-Gi-Oh fan and I know exactly what happened. Change of Heart was a card that if you use it, you can steal one. You can take one monster your opponent controls and put it on your side of the field, and it's just yours now. It was broken. So like, if your opponent set up this boss monster that had a lot of attack points, you just be like, okay, Change of Heart, he's mine now.
Yeah, pretty much. And then,
Yeah,
that makes
that's
sense when
why
you
it
say
was
it that
broken.
way. That's why they had to ban
But
it.
the reason why this is such a big deal is because the meta has gotten so bad, like with people like can actually do first turn victories over complete nonsense with how the game is structured. That they said, all right, you see, remember that really powerful card that we banned for good reason? Yeah, let's unban that so we can kind of balance everything. That's how bad it's
I
gotten.
wonder if I actually will, just because of how complicated the game's got now. Like, it may not even make a difference. It really depends.
When
What?
TC
Did you see that? I countered the thing, and it exploded in my face. What? I didn't know they could do that either. Man, this one's teaching me a lot. Oh, that's cheap. That is cheap. That's why I went back and saved after I got the 10-pack.
But
I did up that counter, right? I actually don't remember already.
I can't remember.
That was
But-
that 86 or 7. You know what? I got you confirm. Wait, no, don't confirm yet. Okay, now confirm. So I'm not gonna immediately unpause the die. We already did that enough. I think it was at 86. Sorry, I just get paranoid. I remember those DKC Tropical Free streams. I did this by accident, where I actually, I think at one of the sessions I counted it down because it was mapped to my keyboard. Oh yeah, it was at 87. I died, and then I didn't do anything. So I'm glad I went back to the VOD. 88. I was that flabbergasted. Anyway, back to 17 years of banning.
Well, the way how the meta has gotten so bad now that it's just like people. If you don't, it's gotten to the point. If you don't go first, you lose.
Yeah,
like if you, it's gotten to that bad. And the thing that bothers me about how current Yu-Gi-Oh is like you got all these cards that do play off of each other and go and searching in your deck and all this other stuff. So if you don't go first and the other player can have basically the whole field filled with crap, activate hand traps, and I don't know whose idea that was to do hand traps.
Yeah, it's like, all right, now we're going real stupid. But
Yeah.
hey, that's just how it goes in the scene at this point.
Yeah, it's dumb, and that's why I'm like, if I'm gonna play Yu-Gi-Oh, it's gonna be the old.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people, they stick to something called like the GOAT rule sets. Like that's before it got super
Yeah.
complicated, so that's kind of
Yeah.
why that's one of the more popular ones to play still.
Yeah. I'll just put it this way: when you got a card that all its description is draw 2 cards out of your deck, and it's on the banned list.
Yeah,
That's
that's like, oh boy.
What is
I mean,
pot
I
of greed
understood
do,
why it
bro?
was banned, only just because you can literally chain that. All right, I got pot of greed. All right, good. Pot of greed. Pot of greed. Like, you can keep on doing that to draw, like, a whole hand. And if you get Exodia from that, let's say, it's like, well, that's GG's.
Yeah, I get it.
It's like, they did that because there are certain card combos that if you kept on getting extra cards on your one turn, it would just break things even further. So I get another reason why they would ban that. Because there are variations of that they do allow, but it's because they have negative consequences for using them, so it's not, like, super busted. A pot of greed is just all benefit.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, I was active playing Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot when I was younger, but I kind of stopped playing when they when they introduced synchro monsters.
Yeah, that's when a lot of people were getting more confused.
That's kind of when I fell off of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is when they started introducing like the white cards and the black cards.
Yeah, because
there's
there
like
were
there's just
multiple
so many.
forms.
There's so many like stipulations on what you do, and now whenever you look at a Yu-Gi-Oh card now, and I think Jaywitz did a good video on this. It's just that it's paragraph. It's like 0.5 font.
You can't read it. I know.
Descriptions, and I'm like, what the heck?
I watched
man?
some Call Me Johnny's retrospective on the series recently too, because that series now is like 20 years old.
Yeah.
And yeah, you look at modern cards, and he even had the same complaint. It's like, it's reading a novel on a card. It's like, even when you look at Magic the Gathering, it's not that bad. But in Yu-Gi-Oh, they have to put a novel on the card to explain how it works now. Because some cards are just that complicated.
Ethan, the synchro monsters are just, think of them as like another fusion type monster.
Yeah, they're essentially
But
another version
instead
of
of-
Fusion where you don't need the card to, well, summon it.
Yeah, you don't need polymerization to do anything.
Yeah.
Which, you know, fusion monsters were the purple cards, and you had to have fusion materials and polymerization and stuff like that. It's just synchro monsters were essential, and I understood synchro monsters. I had no issue with them. It's just after that when they introduced like the black cards, like XYZ cards and all that other stuff. I was like,
I don't even know how
this
they
is a little
work.
bit I don't even know
I'm
how
not
they
saying.
work either. Like I said, that's when I officially stopped playing.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I stopped playing around like the GX time, which is when they were pushing more for the fusions. So that's like the last knowledge. I didn't know about synchros until last year, actually, because of watching 5Ds. Which, if you need to learn how to play the card game, you know the animes are always like super cheesy, especially by today's standards. At least watch some of it, because it actually does a pretty good job to kind of explain the rule sets of like the new stuff they introduce. Because just watching 5Ds at least explain how the heck synchros works. When they were first introduced, I was like, what the heck is this?
Synchros work basically like tuner monsters are kind of basically your polymerization. You need a tuner monster and enough monsters to equal out the level of the monster you're trying to synchro summon. So if you have a level 7 synchro monster, and you have like a level 2 tuner, you need at least enough monsters to make 5 extra stars.
Yeah.
To synchro from them.
From what I've seen, it's pretty much just an expanded version of just normal summoning with like the star system.
Yeah.
It's like an expanded version of that.
Yeah. I was fine with synchro monsters because I at least understood them. It took me a little bit, then I was like, okay, this isn't too bad. But like I said, whenever they started introducing like XYZs, Link monsters, and Pendulum monsters, I was like, what the heck is this stuff, guys?
Yeah, it's like, all right, now we're going overboard, guys. I don't understand
This is
anything.
getting Oh, we're fighting the boss. Yeah. I just now noticed it. I'm sorry. I was just. How many times did you die to him?
I just got here, so none.
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Good to know because I plan on buying the Yu-Gi-Oh! 3DS case. Yeah. I think honestly, like, I should probably go get Master Duel.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that that's really good.
Yeah, I hear, like, no matter what rule set you want to play, it kind of seems to accommodate all of them, so it's a good one from what I heard. Double stuff you even haven't played in a while. I heard of people who haven't played the card game for a while get into this new Yu-Gi-Oh game and pretty much, like, pick all up the new stuff and then some.
Well, that's the thing, is like, you know, you're playing a game that you don't need to spend hundreds of dollars on cards to play.
Yeah, that's how I can recommend people play card games of any kind nowadays. It's just play probably the video game adaptation because it's gonna save you so much money. Card games anymore are so expensive, and it's just a lottery system just to even get what you need. I don't think I got a good deck. I think my deck was always kind of a hit or miss when it came to totally set up.
I had a dragon.
I think mine's behind me. I have it on my bookshelf somewhere.
I have a beat stick deck.
You're just gonna end with that. It's like, I have a beat stick. Also, I got some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It's like,
meant to say
okay, it's getting dark in here.
That was a tongue twister. A beat stick deck. There we go. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, TCG in general is just real life catch.
Yeah, it's any card game, to be fair.
Yeah.
I know Pokemon had that issue, Magic has it, Yu-Gi-Oh!
I haven't played Pokemon card game. I've only played
I never
like a
learned
couple
how to,
games.
so I have some
I never
cards, but I
got
never
that.
understood it.
It's not as hard as Yu-Gi-Oh! I'll tell you that much.
Oh, it
It's
isn't?
standard, I would imagine,
Okay.
so, because Yu-Gi-Oh! is just like learning another language.
I played it when I was a kid with some friends. I could teach you if you want.
I'll learn Pokemon TCG.
Yeah, that one's not bad
I-
to learn for me.
I was talking with folks that because one of my coworkers that I work with, he was big on Yu-Gi-Oh! And I told him he knew Magic the Gathering. I told him I wanted to learn that too at some point.
Hey, there you go. What was that, only like, what, 1 or 2 times? Wasn't bad. No, yeah, it was 2.
Yeah, this boss isn't that bad.
Yeah.
It's probably the easiest boss in the game.
It's really just those moments where he has the tentacle lunge attacks that are really bad, but everything else is pretty easy to dodge. Also, if you know how to do like a pseudo wave beam on the way here, it's just, this guy's optional. You don't need to fight him for any reason. It just leads you to the next area. It doesn't even lead you to a power-up or anything. That's why in speedruns, never fight the guy. I think I can actually get that now. Yep.
It's just, you know.
I can get it now by doing a glitch. I think that's a
I also
glitch.
have a Pokemon card game on the Game Boy on my 3DS. I could probably play that game and it'll probably teach me how to play Pokemon.
Yeah. Technically. Because again, from what I heard, that's a really good teaching tool for TCG. And the rule set,
Yeah,
I mean, it has
it's
updated, but I don't think enough to a point where even that game's like, it doesn't matter now. You go get someone else 'cause it teaches you next to nothing. Like I think it's still a pretty good in-depth tutorial in the card game. Yes, it's just a
think it's
roadblock.
funny.
Essentially, that's pretty much all that boss is.
I still do think it's kind of funny how Change of Heart became unbanned after 17 years on the ban list.
No.
That is so
I
funny.
read that, I'm like, what? Wait, it was banned for that long, and now all of a sudden it's not? Why? That's so weird. And then you look into it, it's like, oh, I get it, because the game is stupid complicated, and that doesn't matter as much as it used to. Okay.
Now, if they unban Chaos Emperor Dragon Envoy of the End, I will be surprised.
What's that one do? Because I don't think I even heard of it. That was a mouthful.
It was right before GX's card came out. It's a 3,000 attack point monster that you need to special summon by removing one light and one dark monster from your deck, or not from your deck, from the graveyard, in order to special summon it. When you special summon, it has one of two abilities. You can, what was it? You can sacrifice 2,000 life points to completely nuke everything on the field but him.
Wow, okay, so I can see why that could be a little busted. That's
Yeah,
strong.
Chaos Emperor Dragon. Let me see what it is. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not 2,000. Oh, lordy, that's broken more. It's not 2,000, it's 1,000. Okay, here's the rule. Cannot be normal summon set. Must be special summoned from your hand by banishing one light and dark monster from the graveyard. Once per turn, you can pay 1,000 life points, send as many cards in both players' hands and the field as possible to the graveyard, and inflict 300 damage to your opponent for each card sent to the opponent's graveyard by this effect.
Okay, now I can see the problem, because that will add up.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a little too much, hence why I understand the ban. Also, I think you're supposed to wait until you get at least double jump for that, and I say nuts to that. We can get it now. Bomb jumping, baby.
Bomb jumping just saves you so much time. Okay, we're gonna fight another robot.
Is there enough distance for this? No, I gotta do this one legit. I can't do a Shine Spark. Dude, every time, I think. Yeah, no, it's not enough distance here.
Did you like playing Pokemon cards?
Nope.
Remember?
When I was a kid, yeah.
Did you play with your brother and stuff?
When
With your cousin?
he taught me how to play it.
Okay, I mean, that helps. It really did help to have someone to teach you that back then.
Yeah, I kind of want to play because when I watch the Pokemon tournaments online, it's just like I'm trying to understand how the game works, but it's just I don't know. I don't understand what's going on.
That's fair because
there's
a lot.
You have to build your deck around like just a couple Pokemon instead of having like a full deck full of Pokemon.
Dude, I didn't expect that. I thought it was just gonna be the standard shots again. Is Pokemon Worlds in person this year? I think last year was still online, wasn't it?
I think it's in person this year. I think so. I thought I heard it was. I did hear that Pokemon tournament's not coming back though. I'm like, oh.
That's kind of surprising. It's been there for pretty much every year since it was released on, I think even Wii U. That's a huge shocker.
Oh, there was just no Worlds in general the past 2 years. I forgot about that.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. It was like other complications. It wasn't just COVID, I think.
Oh, that was close.
There we go. We're good. That's why I wanted to come in here with a Shine Spark, because that does like half its health. Shine Sparking does so much, you can kind of want to do that anytime.
It was mostly COVID. Yeah, I know that I think Pokemon tournament's not going to be at Worlds this year, which honestly makes me sad because that is one game I actually really like watching people play. Because
yeah, I'm just shocked for that reason.
I really think Pokemon tournament. I think really Pokemon tournament's like a really underrated game, and I wish people would play more. It's a fun game.
I still need to pick up the DLC for that. I just never bothered because I think by that time I just didn't really play it much. So I just like, I'll save the money maybe later when I'm back into it. There's a couple games I still kind of need to pick up DLC for at some point on Switch. That's one of them. Same for Sword. And then also for Luigi's Mansion 3D. 3D.
3D.
That's a 3DS remake. No, Luigi's Mansion 3. But to be fair, that's like my least concerned one out of all the DLC I need, because it's local multiplayer only content. It's like, well, I'm never going to play that with people, I guess. I don't really go really anywhere for that. I had to test something for science. I couldn't remember that worked or not. No, it does not.
Still yet to own or play it. I think it's a really fun game. It's a fun fighting game.
Yeah, Poken's really good.
Yeah, when it came out on Wii U, I was a big advocate for it. I played it a lot. But especially with the Switch port that came out when they added like Pokemon like Decidueye, and eventually they added like Blastoise's DLC character, I was like, this game is great.
Yeah.
It has a fun story mode too.
Yeah, it's actually a really solid story mode.
Yeah.
For what it is.
If you just want to play single player, it's fun single player game.
Can't remember. I don't even think there's a point to do this right now. I'll just try to remember where this elevator takes me.
This takes you to. I think it takes you to. Wait.
Like, well, going back to the Dairon for this, I just can't remember like what portion this drops you off. It might be more like a shortcut one than anything else, which may not be needed to travel through right now. I guess I can't remember. I can't remember like half of the elevators or teleporters until I start playing again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of like interconnected pathways with this game. And I can't wait until we actually get to that point. We can just teleport anywhere if you want to backtrack for 100%, because until then it's kind of a mess. Oh no, it's right before ice area. Okay. Yeah, I can't really do much here.
Yeah.
Like, it is a thing I need to be on the other side, and it just takes me to the next area, so it just doesn't matter. I would have like sequence broke to get here if I somehow made it up the top section with Shine Sparking, which I don't even know if I could have done. Maybe. If I was good, but I'm not.
The problem I'm having on this round is people see you are needing help and they just turn and look at you and then run away.
Oh, you got those
She's fine.
teammates. And Salmon Run, I guess.
Yeah, she's playing Salmon Run, and that's stupid. I hate when you get people like that.
Yeah, it's like, do you really want to win, or do you want to just lose? Because if you don't help the teammates when you're down, why?
Yeah. Didn't even know it had a story mode. Yeah, it has a fun story mode. I think it was really fun, too. I still remember when I bought the Wii U game back on the day. It had an amiibo card, Shadow Mewtwo amiibo card. I still have it.
Yeah, I have it too. It doesn't really do much in the Switch version.
I know
I think
it
it just gives you some extra items or something.
Yeah.
Because by default, all the characters are unlocked in the Switch port, but on Wii U, you had to unlock a lot of the fighters, which included Shadow Mewtwo. So the card was just how you got him earlier if you didn't want to bother.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Another one of the DLC characters was Empoleon. I forgot.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because that was another. They made a lot of like 4, 5, 6, and even like 7th-gen Pokemon DLC.
Yeah. I think the only 7th-gen Pokemon was Decidueye.
Was that? I thought there was one more for some reason. I guess not.
I think there was. Let me go find the roster. Hold on.
Go, 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 go! That was a little too close.
It had interesting. It had really interesting characters. Like Pokemon,
Yeah.
it chose. You had Blaziken, Braxian, not Delphox, Chandelure, Charizard, Garchomp, Gardevoir, Gengar, Lucario, Machamp, Pikachu, Pikachu Libre. That's actually where Pikachu Libre came from.
Yeah.
Sceptile. Actually, no, it didn't. I'm sorry. Pikachu Libre came from Oraz.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was like a thing as more of an Easter egg.
Yeah. Sceptile, Suicune, Weavile, Mewtwo, and Shadow Mewtwo. And then the arcade. Okay, and these were characters added in DX. That was Darkrai, Empoleon, Scizor, and Croagunk, and Decidueye.
Yeah, because they had a handful for the Switch version. It wasn't many, but it was still enough to expand the roster until the DLC came. Because the problem is, like, a lot of these you just mentioned were in the arcade version, because the arcade version of the Wii U one, I think, came out within, like, a year of each other. But then when the Wii U version came out and the arcade version got extra content, the Wii U never got that as DLC or updates, because it was 2016. No one was bothering with the Wii U anymore, even Nintendo. So a lot of these characters in question were kind of, like, also added into the Switch version because they were in arcade.
Yeah.
But then I think after a while, the Switch version got more content than arcade with the DLC.
Yeah. The DLC characters were Blastoise and Aegislash.
Okay. So, like, yeah, a small handful of characters, but they're still pretty big names.
Buster, did you update your death counter?
Since when? Because I haven't died in a little bit.
Okay, you haven't died in a little bit? Okay, I could have sworn you did. Sorry.
I don't know, you make me nervous. I'll be updating probably in a
I
second.
don't mean to make you nervous. I'm sorry. I know it's a lot.
Well, no, I'm just thinking,
here we
like,
go.
wait, did I die again? I can't remember. Yeah, and also now we're introducing these. Yeah, they come back. So they weren't just a one-time thing with Zero Mission. Or that's, why do I keep on doing that tonight? Fusion. They are not a one-time thing from Fusion. They are a thing here now, too. And now these replace all the enemies in the game, technically. So every enemy would be a version of an X-Parasite now. Will you just please die? Thank you. So we don't have any normal pickups anymore. It's just all X-Parasites now.
Did you get another teammate that did that? Oh. Right.
It
yeah,
had a disconnect.
yeah, had a disconnect.
Oh, that's not any better.
Not bad.
I mean, you're doing pretty good. I'd
I
say.
just wanted to get my rank up, and I keep going up and down, up and down, up and down.
It's one of those nights, I guess. I haven't played that map for this one. I don't know about out time or not, but it's like it seemed like the weapon variation for today's ceremony wasn't bad. It's just it's always going to depend on people. So from one green thing to another, we go from super missiles to plasma beams. So both green doors are open within 30 minutes.
I can. Give me a second.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I just have the clock. I didn't realize it was almost time for bed.
For Samus as well, apparently.
This is always time. Must put you down.
Ethan says that's how Salmon Run goes. You just get crap teammates. Unless you actually have a team.
That's why I like playing with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps to play with people you know in like a voice call. It really is one of those modes where you need voice chat.
I think it's like the best mode.
Actually, I could just do this now. I don't trust you.
Don't trust anything, man. I can't wait to play Salmon Run Splatoon 3 either.
Yeah, I mean, 3 more months, so to say.
Yeah.
Like, a little
3 more
over
months.
3.
Just 3 more months. Yeah, this part is going to be a little bit tougher because X-Parasites are a little bit more resilient creatures. So,
Yeah. And then this is when they introduced this concept of carpal tunnel. So I'm going to call these guys. Because the best way to kill these enemies, like Pseudo Chozo, and then like also X now, you're better off just mashing your shoot button because you do more damage over time by just attacking with your standard beam. So that way still now we have plasma.
It's better to do it that way than using missiles, in my own opinion, because It's just if you can mash pretty good, your damage output's just better.
Yeah, see, I'm already in phase 2, so that goes to show. Although this is the more deadly of the phases, because this guy goes fast and he has shockwaves now.
His attack patterns are pretty easy to identify, though.
Yeah. There we go. Already done. Now we gotta get the comp.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Okay, well, good to know that's an insta kill. What else is not insta kill in this mode, right? I hit the button way too soon. So I was adjusting my fingers. How I mash like this, but then the counter I go back to with the thumb, and that doesn't work out in that situation.
Lester, you really gotta stop eating your shoes, buddy.
I was saying, again, I showed it's more effective. I didn't say it was easier.
God, I thought that was funny. You just died of death.
It's like instant karma.
Get my set ready. Yeah. I thought I was gonna have to get a. You know how it's so stupid? I had to use when I was doing Canary Mary the other day. I had to use a spoon to mash.
That's one way of mashing.
A spoon. I had to use a spoon.
And you play on an Xbox One controller, so I'm surprised that worked. Just because how round those buttons are.
Use a freaking spoon, man. It's like, why is it so hard to do Canary Mary in that game? Why?
Yeah, I mean, they went overboard. That was the problem.
That's an understatement. They went beyond overboard. Like I couldn't do it as fast because my hand literally was about ready to fall off.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, they made you do way too much button mashing for that, so a lot of players struggle there for very good reasons. Hence why the fight's infamous. Everyone knows the fight because of all the wrong reasons, or not the fight, the sequence because of all the wrong reasons. That's hard in the final boss. Also, I don't think I can do anything this way just yet. I think I need more powers. Oh, yep, now I remember this. Nope. Turn around. It's worthless to do right now because I can't really go any further than a certain point. As we're getting up there on time, so I'm going to want to like get my way out of this section. That'd probably be a good stopping point when we get back to our other area. Because it's not too far away. Also, we have one more story beat thing to go through, which is going to obviously change back up the E.M.M.I areas again. And also, we let Lou the X. All the X are going now. Go free,
Good job,
my
Lester.
children.
Good job. You released the X parasites to the world. You plagued everything.
That's fine. We'll blow up the planet. That'll exterminate them again. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. Got places to go, things to see. Brave beaks to talk to. Gotta tell them, hey, stop, can you not take my blood? So we're gonna go back to our other area here, get a save, because that'll tell me where I need to go next time if I'm in the proper area. But when we get to a save room, that'll probably call it, because that'd be 4 hours. And we're literally teetering on the edge of triple digits. I don't like that. I don't like that. I'll have to review the VOD to make sure I didn't miss any deaths. I don't think I did. And plus, even if I did, the game is going to correct me by the ending. So this number down in the bottom area may not be fully accurate. So take it with a grain of salt at one point.
And the next parasite's about ready to attack Quiet Robe. And reanimate him.
Yeah, it brings him back to life, so to say, because X-parasites can invade any host. I'll have to deal with that later. And this is where it becomes a problem, because this guy's the one who deactivated all the E.M.M.Is, but now for an X-parasite to control him, he reactivates the E.M.M.Is. Meaning I gotta deal with this crap again.
You thought we were done, huh?
No, it wouldn't be that easy. Gotta kill him eventually. How else do I get that ice thing? Grab it. Thank you.
You did it.
Finally.
I forgot there was a missile pack there. I was just doing something to move on. It's like, alright, works for me. Here we are, navigation room. This is a perfect place to end it too, because the story lore.
Uploading data.
Samus.
Someone,
The X have been
Alive.
released from their confinement. They have now scattered across
What?
the planet.
someone's
This is no
username
doubt
was
the work of Raven
question
King.
mark derp.
His
Derp?
motives are still a mystery. But your Metroid DNA
That right.
grants you immunity to the X parasites. You can even absorb them. Perhaps it was some kind of message. Regardless, the X are here. They are overrunning the planet. They must be destroyed. Hurry to your ship, Samus. I trust you will make it here safely.
Are you sure about that? We already died multiple times, buddy. Man, my ship has more confidence than me. Get me out of here. I want to see our percentage before we properly end, because that'd be a good way to see what we're at. 32. Although 2 hours are... no. No, it's more like 4. More like 4. The game will actually tell me that later. But that's not bad. 32% for someone who's not really trying to 100% the mode. I'm just trying to get the stuff on the way. Even though the energy tanks
And-
at this point won't really matter much. I'm starting to get to the
Yeah.
point of diminishing returns for the tanks. Doubly so once we get gravity, then it doesn't matter at all. No more hazards, really. But yeah, that's going to be our stopping point. So we'll continue with this next week. I doubt we're going to finish it. It depends on the pace, because technically, if I was just doing a normal playthrough, we will finish it. It's not a normal playthrough, so it could be another week, another 2, another 5 months. I don't know. It could
He's
be
got
a
a
weird
couple
one.
bosses that might stonewall him for a little bit.
Yeah, there are certain
Because-
ones I am worried about. So we'll have to see. But that's going to conclude it for this. Again, we'll continue this next week. And then we'll also be doing the same for the Thai streams on Tuesday. So we're back on like some stuff filling out the week. I'll have to update the schedule thing on Twitch. But that's pretty much it. I'm just going to post my buttons. Go check out the Shantae thing on YouTube whenever it posts. There it is. Go check that one out. Remember about that VOD channel. That's where you watch this. Along with the Thai thing and everything else. And then speaking of Metroid, Tony Hawk. I forgot about the episode name. We're doing Metroid Prime on League, so yeah, if you want more Metroid, check that out. I swear, it actually is Prime. It's not Tony Hawk, it's Metroid Prime. Because of a
Just made
conversation.
it was the topic of the conversation. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I can't remember
Pretty
what we were
much.
talking about.
Yeah, I think it was about like the half-pipe systems, which kind of brought up Tony Hawk
Oh
talk.
yeah.
Yeah, because in order to boost ball, you have half pipes to climb up. And you have to kind of go them up them like skateboarding.
Yeah, pretty much. But that was pretty much all like the big stuff. Okay, now the bots remind you guys I got a VOD channel, so go check that out again, I guess. The timer's a little aggressive, I guess. I had to like fix the chat line thing. I don't know. That command, like that auto one, I'm gonna probably keep for a little bit longer and then we'll stop it after a bit, just because I'm getting the word out about the VOD channel as much as I can when it's first launched, because people won't know. But after like say a month or so, then I think you guys would get the idea. You would know about it by that point. So I'll just leave the links where
Yeah.
they are. Won't need to have the auto messages, but for now it makes sense to have these. Well, that's my stuff, so you guys have the floor, because I know both of you technically finished up some stuff on the YouTube side this week.
We finished Smash this week. Finally, after 3 years.
You know, it's been a long journey, but you got to the ending.
Yeah, you finally got to the ending. So that's all done. If you guys want to watch them on both of our channels, you can.
No, watch me instead. Thanks, Nightbot. Wrong promotion. It's like it's overshadowing.
I worked on and my channel anniversary is coming up on Saturday, and I just recorded the update video, so I'm gonna be uploading that hopefully on Saturday. So as for next project, I don't know. It'll be coming out pretty soon. Amber, do you have anything?
Yeah, as long as I don't die in Splatoon while I'm trying to talk about this.
The hard part, I know.
I'm gonna be taking an extended break from streaming. There's just a lot of personal stuff going on, and it's getting to the point where it's just demotivating me to want to stream at this point, unfortunately. And there I go. I knew I was gonna die. But as for like the stream stuff, I'm definitely gonna be taking a break, and then when I come back, I don't know. I'll keep everyone updated on when I'm ready to come back. As for the YouTube side of things, I do have a VOD channel as well, and I've been working on getting those past streams up onto the channel as quick as I can and start releasing those. Right now I'm releasing them on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays just to get caught up, and then once we're caught up I'm going to go back to my normal schedule, just Saturday and Sundays. Then my main channel, because Smash is done, I'm going to be taking a little bit of break on that before the next LP goes up, but I do have it ready and all uploaded, so it's ready to go when I have it scheduled out. But that's pretty much it.
Okay, I mean, that's fair at least with the VOD channel side, because, yeah, at this point, because of how you're structuring the releases, you do have, at this point, going back to 2018's worth, almost 4 years worth of videos just to put out. So I know that's a lot, so that will probably be a thing for a while, I imagine.
At least the VOD channel would be active for a little while.
True. That's true. Definitely mine too, even when mine gets slow, so VOD channels are definitely helpful if you just still want to see content. They usually will have things coming out left and right.
Yep.
But yeah, that's gonna do it. So now I'm gonna go cry about how many times I died. It's too many. It's way too many.
It didn't get to triple digits. I'm disappointed.
How dare you? Go die one more time for me, please. I want to see the number go up one more time. No, it will go up next. Literally 5 minutes in the next stream, it'll probably go up. I can call it now. But with that, that's it. I'm gonna go cry now. Thank you guys for coming out, and I'll see you guys back here next week. So take care and have a good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.